to ban.
Kumitas kayo, minix pre, minix. Pinok mo eh. Minix ka, baka.
Your turn to pick.
Ito po, gago. May ulti ako. Tangina. Back na ulti. Ito ko. Tangina si
Your turn to pick.
gago, gumalaw nga eh. Oy, nice, nice.
Your turn to pick.
Sa inyo akong kaibot, ako maraming mamaya. Resin ako. Banyo. Brian, you need bacon. Pabuli expert, huwag na. Ang ina talaga.
Your turn to pick. Your turn to pick.
Bakit talaga yung ano na?
What's nga kayo? Baka nandito yung Tix eh. Hoy, dyan din!
Oh!
Yung crips!
Ah, sorry.
Hindi oh.
Suga man, wala na ward. Suga, pera man. Nakaka-insulate.
Ursa Warrior.
Hoy, napong gagak nyo ako.
Are you ready? Let them see our teeth. We fight as one.
Suga man! Galing talaga ng buka, putang ina. Bounty.
Right,
Nakakainis lang eh.
right. "30 seconds to battle. Join with me.
Akala mo kayo madali nyo, no? Basta ikaw, taga-award ka lang.
Tracks of intruders. For the forest.
Kaya ba?
Abay, syempre, tangin na.
The battle begins! The enemy is near. We must meet this threat head on.
Tara!
Push them back! Sure. Fangs bared.
Sige, tara ka. Ikas ako.
Yes. We will.
Grabe! Utang ina.
Yes. Go to.
Bakit Jason?
Tayo na kayo
Sit upon them.
Hindi mo ginamit!
I merely cuffed you. Who calls me? Set upon them. Claws out. Seek the foe. Against all strife.
Denied!
Fiercely now. I'm under attack. Yes. Yes.
Hooked him.
Right. Fangs bared.
Your top tower is under attack. Even the mightiest tree may fall.
Set upon them. Against all strife. The enemy is near. Yes. Yes. Seek the foe. Gold and sweet. Fiercely now.
First blood.
Yes.
Double damage!
So weak.
For the forest. Who calls me? Let them see our teeth. Go to. Join with me. Tracks of intruders. Right. Sit upon them. We fight as one. Look to your own. We will. Another swatted down. Yes. Right.
Get over here.
Against all strife. Join with me. Who calls me? Yes.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Fiercely now. Right.
Ah!
Dormant power stir. Yes. We will.
Dito ka po.
Seek the foe. I'll rend their flesh. Come near. Sit upon them. and sweet.
Oh, I'm open all night.
Your top tower is
Let them
crumbling.
see our teeth. Yes.
Let's
On
get
your hands.
Not
by
yet.
my fire.
Ha ha ha! Attack! Fangs bared. Trinkets. They're here. For the forest. The enemy is near. Tracks of intruders.
Waters rise.
Putang na dami.
Go to.
Wala pala tayong earn.
Set upon them.
May earn na.
We fight as one. Yes. Go to. Yes.
Candela, baka naka-charge ako.
Fiercely now. Seek the foe. Yes. Join with me. Set upon them. Who calls me? Tracks of intruders.
It's mine.
Let them see our teeth. Honey from the comb. On notice. Sit upon them. Interloper. Interloper. Your blood is mine. The enemy is near. Yes.
Superman! Superman!
For the cubs.
You're not going anywhere.
Coming for dinner.
Fangs bared.
Bobo ako, gusto Betsy eh.
Putang ina mo!
Pati na.
Yes.
Tama dito tama.
Hold.
For the forest.
Gago, wala yun.
Trifles. We fight as one. Against all strife.
Oo, kain to, TG yan.
We will.
Aniwag!
Right.
Fortune's change.
Right. We will. Fangs bared. Not yet!
Killing spree.
Fall upon them! Seriously now. I merely cuffed you. Take heed!
Your middle tower cries out.
Right.
You never hear.
Yes.
Your middle tower is under attack. It may not be able to defend itself.
Set upon them.
Your middle tower is under attack. It may not be able to defend itself.
Set upon them. Go to. Take heed. It's not time yet. A failed double defense.
Am I mistaken?
Time to cut my losses.
Mami bomba.
Is it spring already? Against all strife. Whoops. Yes. Right. We fight as one.
Real, I mean.
It's not time yet! Let them see our teeth. Warm as the spring sunshine. Yes. I'm not ready!
Get over it! Spare me.
Yes.
Not what I had in mind.
The enemy's middle tower is now nothing but rubble.
Seek the foe. Tracks of intruders. Roshan, I come to reclaim what you stole. For the forest. Join with me. The enemy is near.
Me up small.
We will.
Unstoppable.
Yes. Trinkets.
Uy, asin ng putang ina. Ako kayo marang, yan ako.
Fangs bared.
Mga beshi!
Against all strife.
Ay, dito tayo, dito tayo, dito tayo!
Join with me.
Your middle tower cries out. The dyer's hide has grown thick.
Gold and sweet. Right.
Your middle tower is under attack.
I have failed.
Tracks of intruders.
Radiant structures are fortified. The stream, your middle
Tells of
tower is under
tactics.
attack.
Trifles. Yes. For the forest.
Troubled waters.
Yes. Claws out. Who calls me? Attack!
Gago yung ward.
Interloper.
Ayaw na ward.
Tangay na si Teto kaya pala eh.
We fight as one. I'll rend their flesh.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Go to.
Ah! Fresh meat!
Right.
Character. Assassin.
The enemy's top tower has fallen.
A good slaughter!
Your middle tower cries
Set
out.
upon them. Children.
Your middle tower is under attack. It may not be able to defend itself. Double kill. Your middle tower cries out. Your middle tower has returned to Earth.
I hear the spirits calling me. Let them see our teeth.
Ay, nakatawa pa, iba. Babalik ako.
The Dire have fortified their grove. Radiant structures are fortified. They require time.
Your blood is mine! Fiercely now.
Just get it.
Sit upon them. Set upon them. Fangs bared.
Shrapnel!
Hellfire extinguished.
Right.
Wala, puri pa sa iya. Puta ka na, dibuhat na lang.
Your bottom tower shakes with fear.
Gago.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
For the forest. Regeneration. Tracks of intruders. I merely cuffed you. On notice. Against all strife.
Fortune's changed.
Double damage!
Right. Yes. Yes. We will.
Mega Your top tower is under attack.
Honey from the comb. Come near. Join with me. Sit upon them. Yes. Fall upon them.
Killing spree.
Don't deluge yourself. Fiercely now. Who calls me?
Double kill. Unstoppable.
The enemy is near. Let them see our teeth. Yes. Another swatted down. Seek the foe. We fight as one. For the cubs! Go to! They're here.
I do not.
Your top tower is under attack.
Trinkets.
Vince, fiesta sa inyo ah.
Go to!
Ito may mga pinsan mo.
Interloper!
Gusto mo na mga pinsan ni... Ha? Vince, gusto mo ng pinsan ni Vince?
For the forest! Yes. Tracks of intruders. Sit upon them. I'm not ready. We fight as one.
The Radiant have called upon their defenses.
Honey from the comb. Yes. Yes. Push them back.
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen. Its power dissipated.
Panggo ko parang one hit lang din ako parang morphling.
Set upon them. My waters rise. Who calls me?
Off like a shot.
Let them see our teeth.
Fortunes
Right.
change.
Yes. Fiercely now. Gold and sweet.
Killing
to go.
Bago, Bricks, pakiramdaman ni right click.
Triple kill!
Hindi, pakiramdaman mo.
Your top tower is crumbling. Your top tower has fallen.
Bago, nakaiwan lang sa bahay yan. Eh, 91 to 100 yung run eh, sayang. Ako, yung main ko pa naman nararan. Eh, ano ka na lang, kay Roy.
Your top tower is under attack. Even the mightiest tree may fall.
Parang yun ni
Right.
1 to 80. Wala din naman nakukuha sa lahat eh. Ina, nag-run ng ano eh. 1 to 89.
Fangs bared.
Visibility.
Join with me. The enemy is near.
Kay Roy, did you well played? Comic bali IGN mo, share.
Against all strife,
Dala lang pre. Mas importante
we will
And trapped.
The king mage.
lang men.
fiercely now.
Don't go off half-cocked.
197.
Trifles.
97. 07. 48.
Sit upon them.
27.
Right. It's not time yet. Fangs bared. Go to.
Thanks, Mike. Aga mo naman yata uwi.
The enemy is near. Right. Against all strife, we fight as one. Let them see our teeth. Set upon them. Yes. I merely cuffed you. Tracks of intruders. Yes. Yes.
Lovely. Ah, Rashawn has fallen to the Radiant. Pity the beast. For though he dies now,
For the
he will
forest.
live and die again.
Ako, siyempre. Ano nangyayari sa shadow?
Unstoppable.
Tayin mo lang.
I'll rend their flesh.
Notify. Para ano ka.
Yes. Seek the foe.
12
It's not time yet.
Killing
Hurry from the comb. Who calls me? I'm not ready. Join with me.
wicked sick.
Tracks of intruders. Fiercely now.
Your top tower is under attack. Even the mightiest tree may fall. Dire's structures are fortified.
Against all strife.
Your top tower is crumbling.
Lima na kami.
We will.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your top tower has come crashing down.
Yes.
Your middle tower is under attack. It may not be able to defend itself.
Sit upon them.
Your bottom tower is under attack. A flame is alight at its base.
Yes.
Your bottom tower is under attack. A flame is alight at its base. Your bottom tower has fallen. Woe betide
Sit
thee.
upon them.
Shrapnel!
Yes. Who calls me? Oh! Fresh!
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Not yet.
I hope no one saw.
Push them back.
Monster kill!
Sabihin ko naman sa'yo pagdaan yun eh.
Let them see our teeth.
Godlike double kill.
Go to. We fight as one. Yes. For the forest.
Get over here! Boy, fresh mate!
Welcome to the
My
secret.
demon fire burns to cold.
Fangs bared. Illusion. Against all strife.
Sabihin mo pag tapos na kayo ha. Sige.
We will. The enemy is near. I'm not ready.
You honor me.
Oh. Join with me. Yes.
The veiled oracle chose you.
Fiercely now. It's not time yet.
Wala. Sa akin wala.
Oi!
Seek the foe.
Now!
Not yet. Right. Right. Yes. Tracks of intruders. Go to. forest. Yes.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has fallen. Your middle barracks have fallen. Your middle barracks are under attack. Your creeps need your aid.
Who calls me? We fight as one.
Animal why?
Sit upon them. Gold and sweet.
Wicked sick.
We fight as one. Against all strife.
Your bottom tower shakes with fear.
For the forest.
Your bottom tower is under attack. A flame is alight at its base. Your bottom tower shakes. Your bottom tower has perished.
The enemy is near. Fiercely now. Seek the foe.
Fresh meat.
Yes.
Dominating.
Even in death,
Yes.
not see beyond.
Yes. Tracks of intruders. Right. Fangs bared. Set upon them. Another swatted down. Right.
Your middle barracks can see their death on the horizon.
Will. Yes. Sweet as honey. On notice. Let them see our teeth. Who calls me?
I see my grand spirits.
Let's
again.
get unstoppable.
I'm under attack. Claws.
Monster kill. You die as you lived. Insipid and ignorant.
Forget me not.
Your middle barracks are under attack.
Ikaw ba nag-beat? Hindi. Lardo.
Shrapnel!
For the cubs! It's not time yet! Not yet! I'm not ready. Yes. Let them see our teeth.
Rashawn has fallen to the Radiant.
Set upon them.
These bones.
Right.
Whoops.
Yun nga, parang nangiliti lang eh.
Not yet.
Hayaan ka.
Seek the foe. Ha 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 ha! Fiercely now. Not yet. Spare my cubs.
Triple kill!
Beg of you.
Assassination at its finest.
Your top tower is under attack. Your top tower has fallen. 'Tis now nothing but your middle tower cries out. Death has come for your middle barracks.
Grows hungry.
Your top barracks are under attack.
The breach.
Dire structures are fortified. The trees whisper of a strategy. Your middle tower is under attack. It may not be able to defend itself. Your top barracks have been scattered. Your middle tower is under attack.
Who calls me? Tracks of intruders. Against all strife. Sit upon them. Take heed. I merely cuffed you. Fall upon them. Yes, do not mourn me, children.
Even in death, you'll not see the end of them.
Double kill.
The Sisters of the Veil honor your death.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Your bottom tower has fallen. Your bottom barracks are under attack. Hear their cries.
Do not cross the dark moon.
Your middle tower cries out. Your bottom barracks have fallen.
Sisters,
Your middle tower is under attack. It may not be able to defend itself.
I drain away.
Your middle tower is under attack. It may not be able to defend itself.
To be so chosen.
Your bottom barracks are no more. Your middle tower has fallen.
Timber!
Your ancient is under attack. It sheds itself like the start of autumn.
Yes.
Radiant victory! No! We shall...
upuan si Semi Lusaw. Break, si Stan ko yung mga alaga ah. Abol. Wala.
Ano, di ba yun?
Oo nga eh.
Baka din yun ay.
Eh, baka mamamatay na.
Sarap din yun. Pero, putang ina.
Ito. Oh, patay si Vince.
Akin na, naman na mag-break. Muna, putang ina. Dito mo, ang kailangan mo. Sa ring.
Dexo, ikaw na! Habang nakapangog firm pa, puta.
Okay lang matalo, naran naman. Okay, naran na ako. Hoy, first kill na! Ay, para na. Takbo!
Napakasakit nun.
Boy, sabi ko na busy ko. Putang ina yun. Sige, huwag mong tingnan. Chocolate. Napakasakit naman nun.
Bago level 10 yun, tsaka tatlong
Uy,
na.
bakit ugat?
Tatlong na, demonyo na yan.
Sige nga ata.
Ah,
Talo na to. Sige natin. Pahin nyo na, putang ina. Ano?
Wax, paputol nga yung puno na yun. Ito.
Good grammar and spelling are important, but if you want to write essays that inspire,
다시 일어나 또 한 번 뛰어갈 용기가 다시 한번 나를 믿고 나의 운명을 믿고 모든 걸 걸고 내 키보다 높은 벽을 뛰어넘을 거예요.
Dream right 난 꿈을 꾸죠 꿈을 꾸면 난 눈을 감고 꿈이 이루어지는 그 순간을 계속 떠올리며 다시 일어나죠. Fly 나는 믿어요. 언젠간 난 저 하늘 위로 누구보다도 자유롭게 높이 날아오를 거예요.
Dream high, a chance to fly high. 아픔들은 이제 모두 다 bye bye. 하늘에 있는 저 별들처럼 높이 날아봐 네 꿈들을 펼쳐보는 거야. Time for you to shine. 이제부터 시작이야. Gotta make it mine. 네 손으로 이뤄가 밀어두려 하지만 이젠 힘껏 자신있게 걸어가. Destiny 숙명이지 멈출 수 없는 운명이지. 지금 우리 눈앞에 펼쳐지지. 이건 너를 위한 whole new fantasy. 그러니 이제부터 여기 내 손을 잡아. 우리의 목표는 지금부터 하나. 꿈과 미래 포기하지 않아. 젊음 열정 여기 모두 다 Dream high.
이루어지는 그 순간을 계속 떠올리며 일어나죠. Fly 나는 믿어.
Tangina, pag ako bilhin mo dito, nakita mo nagsisi ako.
언젠간 난 저 하늘 위로 날개를 펴고 누구보다도 자유롭게 높이 날아오를 거예요.
너는 날 일으켜줄 용기가 필요하죠. 먼지를 털고 다시 일어나 또 한 번 뛰어갈 용기가 다시 한번 나를 믿고 나의 운명을 믿고 모든 걸 걸고 내 키보다
The Dire is for the song to peace.
거예요.
Middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has fallen. Timber!
You command it. Forward, pet.
Chat mo nga si Bobby, sige ka mo.
Unstoppable.
On track.
Death transfigures.
Since you command it. To the battle. We die. Rounds.
Can see free.
Good idea. You'll not stop us that easily. Good idea. The prize is mine. Ah. Agreed. Good idea.
That's for me.
Forward, pet. It's not time yet.
Greetings.
Leap
today.
forward. On track. On the prowl. Mm-hmm. Ah. Allies disappear. As you will it. Forward by bounds.
You're drowned!
I'm not ready.
Could I have killed you?
Your bottom tower is under attack.
This ain't how I
Right.
pictured it. You can't run.
Tutuin ko na si Bobito.
Leap forward.
Dominate.
To the battle.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Dire structures are fortified. Your bottom tower shakes with fear.
Bullseye. As you will it. Not yet. Stars! Not yet.
Killing spree.
Forward by bounds. Forward, pet. Of course. On track. Ah.
Met you once, cut you twice.
Good idea. On the prowl.
How could you?
Double kill.
Ah.
You never felt more shit, did you?
We ride. Good idea. Yes. Since you command it. Perfect. Since you command it. Good idea. Yes. Agreed. Forward, pet. Ah.
They won't know what hit 'em.
Forward by bounds. We ride. Bullseye.
I'm winded.
Of course. Shadows, take us. To the battle. As you will it. Good idea. On the prowl. Ah. The inner light dawns.
I take that.
Mm-hmm. On track.
Radiant's bark has grown thick.
We ride. Ah. Yes.
Double kill.
Mm-hmm.
Mega kill.
On track. Good idea. Hmm. Ah. To the battle. Yes. As you will it.
Your middle tower is under attack. It may not be able to defend itself. Courier has been slain. Your middle tower cries out.
Bullseye.
Your middle tower is under attack.
You thought to tame the lion?
It's not time yet. Of course.
Right this way.
Yes.
Dagger.
Leap forward.
Alis na, huwag na nandito. Spawn.
Your bottom tower is under attack. A flame is alight at its base.
I am not ready. Forward, pet.
I'm dead.
Since you command it.
Your top tower is crumbling.
Down on mine enemy.
Got the magic touch.
Forward, pet. Of course. Hmm. As you will it.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen. It has returned to what it once was.
Your tricks, the kicks you pick. Everyone is an original.
A back and forth action-packed game, that is what we were promised and that is what we received. It was very back and forth, especially for the first 15 to 20 minutes, but there was one overlining arc that kind of happened throughout that game. It got bigger and bigger and bigger until at some point it was too late for Keen Gaming to do anything about that. Of course, I'm talking about Miracle's Medusa, who ended up winning that game with Team Liquid, making that the first game of the series, going their way. We are, of course, in the decider match. Welcome back, MDL Disneyland Paris Major. I'm here with Capitalist and Blitz to talk about that first game of the series. Blitz, do you want to start it off?
Yeah, I mean, it was, like we talked about beforehand, I thought it was going to be a close game with Liquid winning it out. I thought it was going to be like a 60-40 game. It ended up being so. Keen, I felt like their team fight prioritization was a little bit off. Like, half the time they just seemed to all in on Dusa, but the rest of the lineup for Liquid is paper. Like, if you get rid of all of her friends, then you can, like, steadily start to deal with her, but I felt like they figured that out too late. Like, there was one fight in the jungle camp where they doomed her, and then they just, like, fought around her trying to all in. It's like, Miracle just stands there. He's so farmed. They let him farm for, like, 15 minutes. It's like, what are you really expecting here to happen?
Yeah, and Kane started winning some of the later fights off of just ignoring Dusa and killing everything else around her, but at that point it just kind of gotten too late, because even as they, like, I think Keen made like a huge blunder the very first push up in a high ground at top lane. Like, when they let the Medusa walk away and TP out, they have 4 heroes alive at that point. All they have to do is kite her and just keep vision of her. The fact that somehow Miracle just kind of calmly walks away and then somehow slips into the trees and TPs out, that was a pretty big blunder, but that was already going to be a hard comeback for Keen, just because the Dusa was already that large. Again, it's like Yi had a rough start to the game, right? He was very low down there in net worth at like 20 minutes. He wasn't able to have the same kind of impact he usually does. Goes to show that, like, again, really reliant on Yi being able to have that kind of performance. And Keen to close out games.
That hero, the Ember, is not really the type of hero that you wanna see him on, right? To set the tempo for his team. If you do want to have a high tempo game on the side of Keen, which we praise them on whenever they win, but an Ember Spirit might not be the right choice for that.
So we see in this fight alone, it's like everyone just kind of runs away. PA uses her 10-second BKB to try to all in on Dusa. Like, Dusa doesn't die there.
No.
And it was like the rest of the heroes are so paper. Like the Dro, yeah, she forced that out, but you can stay on top of her. Yeah. Especially as a PA, like, you just have to save one of your 2 spells at all times before you go in. I felt like Keen sort of realized these things a little bit too late. They're like, no, just ignore her for now.
Yeah.
But then there is a point, like, the scariest part about Dusa is there is a point where eventually she becomes too big to ignore.
I think this is that fight, right? They ignore the Dusa. Just go for everybody else.
Yeah, she doesn't exist in your mind. And then you can 1v5 her.
And then Dusa ends up being surrounded by 4 heroes, but Miracle is strong enough that he can, on his second life, just push them back. Yeah. Again, all they had to do was, like, just kite him and not let him go left and up into the trees. because the Winter Wyvern's going to come back and TP onto the shrine. All they had to do was keep vision of her, but they just underestimated how strong she was.
Yeah.
Tried to fight into it too much. Similar to what they did to Matama Man's Viper.
Underestimating him too yesterday, indeed. Do you guys feel like, you know, on one side you got this Lich and the PA and the Ember, and they can basically fight all the time. And then you got a Winter Wyvern and a Doom that don't really want to fight all the time. Is that a little bit of a mismatch in the draft, or is that okay? Is that just a non-factor?
Wyvern's not bad. Like, you do the cooldown on Winter's Curse is not too terrible. And then on top of that, her other abilities are like really strong for the team fights. The Doom's longer cooldown can be a problem, but you know, it's like that's the hero you're first picking.
Yeah,
you know,
that wasn't really the problem
It's
this
hard. You're not going to know exactly
Yeah.
what your lineup is at the first pick anyway. So.
And at some point, then the game just, you know, you lose a fight and you realize there is no way you're gonna be able to deal with a fat Medusa.
Yeah, I mean, when you steal Aegis and G's and stuff, and like the game, you could just tell for the last like 15 minutes, it just felt like Liquid was always gonna win, no matter what Keen could pull off.
It's crazy that the Manta Dog. Sort of escape.
Head on to the 3-day. CSMP sale.
Very easily avoid her, depending on how you like take it. Fights and stuff like that.
That's why it was so important with was that Liquid versus VP, or was that Liquid versus Keen, where we had that one fight where the Medusa was in Dire Jungle and tried to position herself so that the enemy team would run into her, but instead they wrapped all the way around and caught the back line, caught the Drow Ranger and such.
It was Liquid versus Keen.
Yeah, I mean that's like Liquid understood.
I think if you come back to what we talked about earlier today, that Liquid was still looking for their flow, this is a very promising thing. They didn't do the same thing as we've seen them win TI with. You know, this was something somewhat different. Sure, it's a Drow Medusa where you get those two openings. You know, it is still very scary, but it is very now. You know, it is not something that they just know works. It is something that we haven't seen them do before.
I mean, what they're doing right now, what Liquid is winning all their games with, is giving Miracle the late game win condition and just letting him farm. And it's not a bad style right now. Like,
but you compare that to somebody who's secret, like you can see, like mid one will carry the game, or mid one will take over the game in 20 minutes. Like, you have that kind of deep versatility in their lineup where they can have different game winners.
So not
From Liquid, we don't see that. It's just Miracle is going to be your game winner at the end of the day.
I think that the flexibility of the 1 and 2 position and being able to integrate them, having them be able to switch off and be like, okay, this time it's your turn to take the burden and stuff like that, is probably the most important thing right now. Out of the top teams are the ones that like separate like the very best. Even like, for example, teams like Digital Chaos can do that to a certain extent with how they switch HFN and like, you know, sometimes he's gonna play like carry Nature's Prophet and stuff like that.
BP does it really well.
For Liquid, you know, the games that we have seen them win, it's Miracle gets Morphling, Anti-Mage, Dusa. be aggressive, take early Roshans and objectives, put the pressure on Liquid, get this guy to come back to base like earlier than he wants to.
You know, this matchup is in that regard also a very different one from other matchups that we see. Is that both both of these teams, they
Where's
aim
my air horn for that one?
Both of these teams, they aim for first place. They, especially Keen Gaming, they just won a big championship. They want to get #1 and prove that they can also hold their own against the tier 1 teams. You got Liquid that know that they were #1. They want #1 again. And top 4 TI is great, but they want to be the first team to be 2-time champion. So both of these teams have a lot to prove. Do we feel like they're on the right track to be #1 here? Do they fit into the top 4 teams? Well, obviously, we've seen sort of Vici Gaming, Team Secret, EG. We've seen them all make it to the upper bracket. Do you feel like these teams fit into that? MVP, of course.
Liquids, I think, fits into that. Like, they'll be a nice solid 5, and they will be, you know, I have faith that they will be that team.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
They're like the 1 point, like, if you were going to have, like, a really strict tier system where you said a very small number of teams are tier 1. Those your list is your tier 1. Within, like, Liquid's going to be tier 1.5, where we want to see more versatility about them, and they can challenge the other tier 1 teams. And I think Keen, like, they haven't shown enough growth for me to really be in that top 4 club. But they are good at what they do.
Yes, they are. When you were laughing when he said that, Will.
Oh no, it was because the camera guy just like spazzed out again. But no, I think that, I mean, we're probably splitting hairs here, but like, this is a really hard group.
Yes.
Liquid versus Keen.
Yeah, there's a reason we follow this group,
Yeah,
because
like,
it's the most interesting one.
I mean, EG got to play against Cole yesterday. Like, Keen has to play against Liquid twice.
Flames.
That sucks. I'm not flaming. Like, I love NA Dota. I bleed NA Dota, but it's like you get OG who, you know, just reformed, and then you get Cole. Like, because I feel like OG will be another one of those teams that'll get really scary as the tournament progresses.
Is the later on the year it goes.
Yeah, because those guys are crazy good. And Anna has become this, like, just wild child. That's another topic that I'd love to just, like, rant about.
We'll be ranting about that at some point during this event, provided that they indeed keep up their performance. And
in a good way. It's a good way.
Yes, all right.
Rant always sounds negative.
We'll get it. We'll get to it. But first, we got to get to this game because we're in the draft game number 2 between Team Liquid and Keen Gaming. And opening-wise, I mean, Keen batting out the Drow Rangers. Probably pretty good. Was the Drow really the reason why Medusa was able to do what she did? Like, is that a big correlation?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
It speeds up the Medusa's body, and it speeds up her power spike. Like, she just becomes strong.
Radiant team pick, Dire team pick.
Faster because so it's like a twofer.
You know the strategy is really good when you're able to first 2 it and win with it. When you literally pick up your 1 and 2 position with the first 2 picks, and you're like, do something about it. That shouldn't be. That's when you know a strategy is very strong, because you just pick it and you're like, well, there you go. What's your counter? What are you gonna do? So Liquid now running into the standard conundrum of what do we do about the Doom Darkseer situation? Like, do we take one? Do we take the other? I haven't seen Liquid play a lot of Doom, by the way. Have they? Is Mind Control sneakily playing it like all the time?
No.
Mind Control's been playing a lot of Puck.
Yeah, he's been playing a lot more of the mobility game, but
yeah, we have actually. I mean, Keen banned out Puck first phase previous game together with Lone Druid, and this time either one of them will still be in the pool for Liquid to take up if they want to. I mean, Lone Druid and Viper were 2 of the reasons that we saw Liquid beat Keen yesterday.
So they banned Deuces themselves. Do you,
Yeah.
if you're Keen, do you take something like DS or Doom? And if you're Liquid, do you then just open up LD +1?
That is the question. We have the Doom picked up by Keen. That's a start.
I like the Warm Druid opener against Doom. It's like one of the only. It's like a very liquid setup that you could do. It's very unique to your team.
It's part of the thing is, it'll get banned second phase, I think, if you don't take it here.
Shadow Shaman is one of the cores that's been neglected in this series. But like his physical damage is super good versus Doom. When you run you've seen those Shadow Shamans that go safe lane instead of as a 4. Like they play 4, but they play in this
Yeah,
lane.
I understand.
We've seen Keen run Shadow Shaman as both a support 5 and 4.
Nice.
It's 2 physical damage dealers that both abuse Doom's low armor at the start. Like I feel like the Doom problem is that you have to really attack him in the first 1 or 2 levels, because if he gets the level 2 Devour, or he gets all 3 of his ability, like he either becomes a sustain monster because he gets 8 regen instead of 3 out of his Devour, and he potentially has 2 of them at one point, or he is just a fighting monster. You have all 3 of your abilities available to you.
What would you take here? Doom SK, Doom Disruptor. What are you thinking?
I know that question wasn't aimed at me, so I'll hold quiet.
Keep your abs down to talk to you. You're part of this too. We're a team.
Yeah, Blitz asking me for
I don't know how much I
suggestions.
like SK.
Nah, come on. Don't sell yourself short like that. You own.
I'm more interested to hear what Kat has to say. It's a line. I wasn't expecting
I wouldn't
that.
take a line.
So the reason why I said
I'll tell you that.
I don't think
I'll tell you
anybody
that. I won't fake claim that one. Oh, I would have said line.
Was just about to say.
Nah,
Definitely not that hero.
Doom SK made sense because obviously SK is one of the better ways to deal with the NP. You also have like a way to deal with like after the snowball, and you can get through shards. Was my idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're one of the supports that deal very well with treants in the push. That's what VP did yesterday against Liquid. They put Roger SK. But I did not expect the Lion now.
Yeah.
I was expecting the...
Why would you take Lion over Shadow Shaman?
Maybe they anticipated... You know what I think might have happened? Maybe they thought that Liquid themselves was going to take Naga again. That was the hero that they played yesterday versus.
Yeah.
It was like a block pick in a way.
Or they wanted to pick it so that they could pick Naga without worrying about the counter, but in that case, that also backfired because Liquid does end up banning out the Naga because of that.
You also could have Grimstroked. Not that, like, again, I don't have a ton of faith in that hero right now, but you'd have the duo and you'd have another support that spams waves. Takes advantage of the tree and spam.
I really like Naga versus Tusk plus NP. Because she's a safe laner that just has a ton of armor and can jungle easily, and she also deals with split push from NP very well.
For the same reason, would you like Terrorblade?
TB's not bad. I think TB
doesn't deal with the split push though.
I mean, you can just send illusions to cut waves and stuff like that. It's a bit different. And plus, like since you already took the Lion, I don't think TB. TB's bad. Plus, they banned Morph. TB makes a lot of sense, Austin.
We got the Rubik band coming out from Liquid, and the Viper, the Matuma Man Viper, will make its appearance once again.
It's vibes. Oh, I really like. I'm super down for TB.
Terrorblade on the side of Keen or on the side of Liquid?
On the side of Keen Gaming.
Keen Gaming.
I don't think you take TB into Doom Lion, right?
Yeah.
But does
I like that.
Does that come again as one of those cores that we say is not aggressive enough? We mentioned previous game.
Is that doing another old chicken Leshrac? I mean, Keen's really good about that. They did it before this tournament too, but do you want that against Viper?
So the previous time we saw them this morning was with an aggressive tri-lane with old chicken as a Leshrac.
Yeah. Like, they wouldn't match up in lane, obviously, but like for just the mid-game status of where the Lashrak goes. As a core Lashrak, what you do is you have like a pretty successful laning phase usually, and you go and you get a decent amount of stats and you start rolling over the enemy team. I feel like you can't roll over Viper, and then naturally there's magic resistance problems, stuff like that.
First gen of the tournament, if I'm correct.
Wow.
As in picked, that is.
So we're gonna do Mind Control Furion as well.
Yes. I mean, that has to be the case.
Yeah.
Right? There's no way that there's going to be a core Chen or Tusk.
Ever since Chen got the another nerf, he got nerf after nerf, but the last one has killed his presence for a while.
So what is good about Chen at the moment? Like, why here? Why now?
I thought when you said at the moment, as in like this patch, he's not that great. Are you surprised by the Chen pick, Yannis? That's the first of this tournament.
Raising one eyebrow.
Yeah.
Just to paint you a picture, it looks
perplexed.
Like, that is questionable at the best.
We'll find out, though.
We'll find out.
I guess it depends. Like, maybe there's a fifth hero here. Because he's a safe lane beast. Like, he's going to enable whatever safe laner that they decide to take.
Because you still give, like, a lot of regen with Divine Favor. A lot of big increase in damage. Not as big as it used to be.
It's the black hole.
We'll leave that to...
So we've got the 4-position Enigma
You didn't
now.
like that? That's messed up.
Sorry. No, it was
I just
quite good,
supported
actually.
you on the panel.
It was quite good, actually.
Thank you.
It got me hyped.
Whoa, it's the black hole.
There is not too much disabled, so that's nice. Right, there's very little disabled. There's barely any disabled.
Yeah, it's pretty much nothing.
There's pretty much nothing.
What did they take last time?
All on Tusk.
Viper? What was their other core? What did Miracle play?
When they had the Viper, Miracle played the Anti-Mage.
Oh, that's right. They banned Troll.
Yeah, I was going to say I like Troll for Keen, as well as the TV that we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, still in the pool, and I mean, they can still do it a different way for Keen and have...
What does
Keen play
Liquid
something
get?
else.
They need a safe laner with a stun, so they need
Sven.
a carry. I thought it was Sven. I was like, what?
If you're saying safe laner with the stun, then is there anything else other than a Sven?
I mean, you don't really like it that much, because it's you have problems with Enigma and.
But you're
I don't know how much
you're
you
a core
like it.
prophet.
Do you like it?
What?
Core prophet can get really rich and get himself Scythe of Ice. So you got you can definitely, that's a hero that naturally builds into disables anyway. So you got that going.
No Anti-Mage, no Morphling for Miracle.
No.
How many other safe laners are there?
Anti-Mage banned.
As your absolute win condition? Not a lot. So we thought that Keen was going to take like what, TB or something, but it's a bit different now.
Can't face us Void, and
wait, why can't you face this Void?
I don't think you like it versus Lion and Doom.
I like Void though. You got
Ursa.
Bash.
Ursa sounds kind of okay.
Ursa's okay.
Basher. Abyssal. Pick your disabled lane.
Monkey is okay.
That's a puck. So they are doing
Juggernaut.
Puck for Keen. So that should be an old chicken Lashrak still.
Yep.
With
puck.
He on the puck.
They could do safe lane Viper and do a different mid.
That's what
some
they did
weird
last
world.
Is 11 then the Doom? Yes.
Take the Wraith King or
Poker.
the LD.
We had Wraith King tried out twice by Chaos.
How'd it go?
I think they lost both.
Well, that's why Team Liquid's here.
Well, I must say Chaos is in the same position as Liquid at the moment, as in they are both in the lower bracket Decider match. And of course, Chaos is playing against Ninjas in Pajamas at this very moment at MDL 2, by the way. Check that out if you want, but I think this series is a lot more exciting. No offense. It sounds very rude, actually. But this is looking like it's going to be a very interesting game.
There's a lot of team fight on the side of Keen, but the downside of it is that it's very high cooldown. So I think you might
Low cooldown run around hero.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds very Keen Gaming-esque. Hey, it's a PA.
Low cooldown run around hero.
Low cooldown run around hero. That's
okay.
It's an interesting lineup from Liquid.
Sometimes people use the word interesting to say that they don't like it, but they think it's, you know.
I mean, PA can blow up all three of these cores.
All right.
You can blow up Puck, Leshrac, and Doom.
Cheaper. Lots of people refer to me as interesting.
I'm not sure if that's a compliment, Will.
When they're trying to describe him, he's interesting.
All right, what are we thinking here? How's this game gonna go down? Is it gonna? Because previous game, you guys were kind of correct in how it went. What do you think, Cap? Convinced? Is it gonna be a third game? Is it gonna be?
I don't know, because it's also because we were talking a lot about Liquid's last pick and like what they need to do to solve certain things, but Keen's lineup is also kind of weird and not like fully synergistic. High cooldowns. There's not like a ton of like combos that they're gonna be doing.
Are you going against Matumaman's Viper? That's the question.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna go Liquid.
I will go Keen Gaming. I feel like their lineup is well balanced. There's not a whole lot of ways to cancel the black hole as long as they don't get completely smashed in the laning phase. I think it'll go Keen, and I think this time it'll be one-sided. I'm backing my boys.
Ooh.
My boy E's gonna have a good bounce back game. Let's go Keen.
All right, well, if it's up to Blitz, we're gonna have third game of the series here in the decider match of Group A. Let's find out what's going to happen here in Game 2 between Team Liquid and Keen Gaming. And let's hand you over to Grant and Fong.
Bobby, di ka ba magpapa-VR? Kaya ko lang eh.
Whoa, hey there everyone again. Guess what? We've got game number 2, Keen versus Liquid. That first one is a pretty hype matchup, and it looks like we're going to have another bloodbath. They're actually just going to run on straight forward. GH and Miracle, they're looking for old 11. Tag team with 4 other heroes. That's a lot of damage, Fog. Whoa, right at the beginning.
Not even just tag team. I think this could be one of the reasons they maybe have gotten the Chen 2 Penitence plus tag team. Everyone gets bonus attack speed, hitting faster and faster when they hit that target that is tag team.
Yes, dude, that is... And okay, I know you saw
That's
the
not the only
Chen.
reason,
Yeah, you saw the Chen pick, and you know there's some stuff. And are you excited to see this hero? Like
So-
you used to be a Chen player, right? A little bit.
Yeah, I was pretty garbage Chen, I'll be honest about it. It's fine. It used to be, it's changed a lot from what it used to be, right? It used to be a very micro-intense hero where you played a lot around that, you'd get your Mac. Look, people all had their different ideas about it, but for the most part it was played the same. Now this hero has changed a lot, of course, with the Divine Favor change in particular, but also now that you can bring heroes around the map like Coddle. You have recall. Your Holy Persuasion allows you to change your lanes for phrase saving TPs as well, which can also be very strong, as we've seen Liquid in this tournament, changing lanes, right? They get the matchups they don't want, they swap it up. So I think that could be one of the potentials too. Also, I think there's a couple of reasons. The Chen, he still can bully heroes quite hard, right? With your Blightstone, and also supports don't deal with creep stat nicely. Also, Divine Favor, bonus heals.
Game, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, what is their game plan? What is their timing? Is it just Black Holes, Doom, just 5-man team fights? It's very strange to me.
Because they don't have your traditional your carries, right? Like they don't even have a single edge here. They literally only have int and here on the Doom, so they're really looking to play very strong around that mid game, but they do have some cooldowns that they have to play around his bottom. We see some nice body blocks.
They're going, yeah. Miracle just fully body blocked. Didn't even really attack. There's going to be another one, but unfortunately they won't dive for Miracle, taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, he was only level 1, and he still had the Phantom Strike from going for the first blood with that, increased attack speed with tag team. Doesn't actually have the dagger. Now he does.
And then Line, ooh, that hurts. Uses the mana drain, but runs out of mana. What's your build on that hero now? Are you like a stun, like 101 guy, or do you like What's your build, like the first 4 levels normally?
On Lion?
Yeah.
I think it's normally, if you have kill threat, you get the Hex, obviously, but I think if it's a lane where you don't really think you have kill threat, you want to be playing so you can just, you know, sustain as much as possible, so you're going to see this mana drain get picked up.
Yep, we see Old 11, he gets dove down bottom, 3 heroes, and what are you going to do? Old 11, he loves playing this dude.
Tara, Desu, BR60. Tangina mo.
But as we see, Liquid's not afraid of it. They let it go through both games.
It's going to be eyes on GH as he finds an Invis rune. It is under a ward, but now he can mess so badly with Kaka. So he's going to follow this Enigma around. He also has an Obs ward too, so he can place it to either watch or to block some of the camps if he would like to. He's actually going to wait to see if Kaka walks up to see if he can get a trap with the shards. He's going to check the second spot too.
You also think possibly like GH might know they have a ward now too? We didn't see any pings out. He's just blocking. I love that set.
I think the way he grabbed the Invis and walked down before starting going up while he was fading, you know, to try to play them. So it looked like he was either aware of them having that or it was a just-in-case move, as I think he just sapped XP from the Doom's Devourer as well.
Will get to eat the big troll, and Enigma just straight into that jungle. People said jungling would never happen again, but you know, some teams are pulling it back, and it is slow, right? It is just so much slower than it used to be.
Yeah, and it's also different because, like, even though you're a jungle Enigma, you're denying range creeps, and you're also giving your items, your early starting items, to your Doom. So you see, you know, Old 11 has that Ring of Regen, eventually a Ring of Health, and mid.
Yeah, Puck will go down. The Invis rune does get used, and man, Liquid already 1,000 up. Kuroki, though, the Infernal Blade will take him out, so Old 11 finally gets a return kill, and, well, they needed that.
By himself as well.
Struggling, yeah.
That's
wow.
Significant.
A 3-1. Obviously, Keen, like, they have good early game heroes, but it's the oldies, right? When you start getting level 6s, that's when you're doing stuff.
Yeah.
Mind control in this Nature's Prophet. We've seen a lot of core Nature's Prophet. We even saw a middle one coming out from Chaos. You like the carry builds, right? Like, just the straight up, you know, screw the Vlads, you know, Crimson's okay, but a quick Orchids, it's just a game changer.
Like I think like Treads Drums Orchid is usually the build that if you're playing like the core, unless it's a game where you just like we're trying to deathball end, right?
Yeah.
You go Treads, your Crimson, your Vlads. I think that was more of a thing in the past, like not like super past, but like a couple months ago. Top GH actually
thought about it. He did TP, not under the vision. He's actually right out. Oh, there will be. They're gonna get it. Tag team's gonna go up. Old Chicken gonna get beat down. There's a lot of stuns though. There's the Edict. There's another stun. But the Treants are there to soak up all the Edict. It won't matter. GH will go down. Old Chicken took a ton of damage, but he had double null, three branches. He wasn't too upset. Ooh, the regen rune. They're fighting over it, and it will be the Enigma who picks it up, but canceled immediately.
We saw Dark also. He went 1-1-1 as a build, by the way. So.
I mean, as you said, right,
anyway.
the extra, especially against the Nature's Prophet, you probably do need that extra lockdown or he's just gone.
Immediately they go back toward top though, but bring in Kuroki as well.
Yep, and look at that. That's a nice ice shards, but will it be enough? They're going to try to. They snowball all 3-4. Now Dark, you could be in a little bit of trouble too, my friend. He's going to try to run away, and they do. They trap him, but use the tangle. Only has one more after that, though. And man, GH, he is playing so quick. We've seen him bottom, middle, and top now.
Yeah. He actually got brought home earlier, so that's why he was able to TP top. Kuroki, when he died, brought GH home so he'd have the TP available as top. The runes.
Oh, Kuroki barely gets it. The stun even misses. GH should be able to run. Kuroki's in a little bit of trouble, but he's got that Chen. He's just running. GH now getting chased down by the Edict. Mind control. He's looking, but it looks like everyone will get out of there. Yeah, you run up the Chen. Honestly, that teleport thing, that is just one of the best moves in the game, right? The fact, as you said, you never have to give up a lane, and you can just always bring someone to a fight. It's like having a reverse half Spectre that, you know, you can always bring someone to a team fight.
Yeah, and you can also like be like GH show top, and then I'll port you in the trees bottom, and then you gank the Doom, and then you even have TP available on your
to go back up top
elsewhere. Exactly. So there's a lot of hidden potential. Well, not hidden, but a lot of potential for Chen.
A lot of untapped potential.
Yeah,
because it's true. Like, people just, we only really, as you said, we only see it from a couple of people now.
We see it right now. The Rapture is coming. That's what it's called. Interesting. So the Rapture is what it's called when he brings people, as bottom GH will get brought down for 11.
Control, though. He's looking there. Going to go for Old 11 as well. They're going to turn in. This is going to be a 3-on-1 gang. Old 11 definitely going to go down here. Will die. Miracle gets it. Mind control will die as well. Almost got a kill on Dark. And uh-oh, look at this. Oh, he did. Okay. So they get the kill. Looks like the Treants end up picking him up, and they do get an Arcane Rune for the puck here, so Enigma saving that.
So question, Grant, did you know that when he teleports people, the spell called on them was called Rapture? Because I sure did not.
Sure, I'll go with yes. I look smart. No, I did not. That's actually super sick.
It literally, I like moused over because I never moused over the Holy Persuasion bringing people. It's Rapture. That's dope.
That is.
So immediately, GH uses Shrine just for himself, and he wants to try to keep making plays as he is.
I'm actually loving this. This is Chen maxing his Q, right? The last patch, it was your W. The patch before, it was always your creep. But now, we're seeing all. Chen's just, we're seeing everything from it. I love it.
It's an 8-second duration with 11-second cooldown that gives everybody 120 attack speed. So it is very strong if you're actually able to get it and use it properly.
Looks like he will go down. Doesn't look like it. He definitely will go down. The Arcane Rune puck is up here. They bring it now down bottom. They're going to look for it. There is going to be a Doom coming out, but Doom's going to be the first one to go down. Will they get the denied? No. Old 11 will end up picking up. Pretty tough with that Midnight Pulse as well. But look at this. The Enigma's going to chase down Kuroki. Just going to split some creeps. GH very low as well. And look at the Urn gets popped.
Whoa.
They have to back out.
Speaking of the Urn, that's an Urn Enigma.
Yeah, it is. That's why I was like, wait, whoa. No boots. Just straight up the Urn Enigma with a Windlace.
Interesting.
They got to play active, right? But who else would get it? I mean, a line or Doom. Well, hold on to that thought. GH, he finds it. Tag team's there. And they're just going to go for this Enigma now. Mind control, just right click, and easy kill there. And this is scary, right? Because we didn't even, I mean, we talked about the Chen TP, but you have Nature's Prophet and Chen. There's just two heroes that can always come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You have no clue.
Extremely true. And every time it's like, sure, Viper is a static hero. But now you have a Chen that can make him not be that static hero. You can move him around the map when you need to. And Liquid right now, they're 8-5, but it's only a 1K lead at the moment. So.
And yeah, you see the puck decently trying to keep up with that Viper. Obviously, just gonna stay in that lane and farm. Old Chicken doing the old play, just hiding with that, trying to kill the tower. Things are coming out. Mind control. Will he go for the Sprout? Try to trap him? Doesn't look like it.
He's not quite 6 on the NP either. I think they want to make sure that Mind control gets that. GH is gonna give him the XP. Now they can look for even more plays with the moves around the map with that Wrath of Nature.
But there is a black hole up now. The puck had the Arcane Rune ult, so it's back up as well. They have the team fight. Like, I have a feeling Liquid's going to want to avoid that, but it's going to be pretty tough if Old Chicken's pushing your towers.
Yeah.
I assume they probably want to play around him, right? He's the guy who's going to push your towers, and you got to. GH hasted. Won't find anyone, though.
Right now it looks like they're trying to pressure the bottom tower.
Oh, Snowball dodges the Impale, and then he dodges. He does have the haste, trying to body block. No, he's just trying to get the hell out of there, and he can't. GH just beats him down. Nature's Prophet ulti. We talked. People used to consider it actual garbage, but now it's good.
It got buffed some.
It got buffed.
I mean, 60-second cooldown. They added what 3 or 4 extra bounces on it after some time. I mean, that was a long time ago.
And here we go. We have the double TP. They bring in GH. They bring in Mind Control as well. They block out Old 11, and this will be an easy kill. Nice Sprout there from Mr. Control. And a 1K lead now for Liquid. But here we go. He's here. He's popping the double silence. He's going to orb. He needs to make it to his team. He needs to make it to the black hole. They're just going to kill the Chen first. He pops the black hole. There's going to be one. There's Old Chicken here as well. They get that kill, and there we go. They need to use the big ults, and they do. They get Kuroki. They get Miracle, and they should get this tower.
Yeah. They emphasize bringing like everybody down here to try to pressure it. That tower should be brought down as Matu. He makes his way, does a mirror rotation. He tries to pressure the top tower.
And going for the mech. You like the mech build instead of the Atos this game?
Yeah, I think the mech build works well with his team because they can group up, and with Chen, you Divine Favor and you increase, the heals. It just makes it, just
better.
Just better. Yeah, it's really strong in combo.
Here we go. Even though the black hole's done, you see the gold game, man. Liquid. It's every game. It's Liquid on top on those bounty runes. It feels like.
Yeah.
But they try to push bottom in. Obviously, no ultis really up for Keen except for that puck. Well, they have Doom now as well.
I'm wondering how much Viper's actually going to lifesteal with spell lifesteal with a mech and with Divine Favor on him when he's just fighting. He's gonna have so much. He's gonna have so much HP per second.
We saw him unkillable yesterday without half of those things too. That's gonna be pretty scary.
And you look at Keen's lineup, and what's their physical damage?
Good question.
They have pure. They have some pure damage, which is nice.
Got Edict.
The Midnight Pulse, and the Edict does
magical physical. It's weird.
Yeah.
Well, middle lane is gonna get pushed in. Ice shards go out. Doesn't look like they'll be able to get this mid tower yet. Keen, you got to prioritize it. You got to keep as many towers alive as you can. They will glyph it, so the siege unit just continues to pound down. And guess what? You got another one. They do get the deny, though. Doom definitely wants to eat one of those, but is probably scared to just walk up to that creep wave. You get ice sharded tag team with a Chen there, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Will be. Oh, so I'm gonna go out on Matumba. I don't think you can go on him, and they will just back it up. Meanwhile, Old Chicken, he's gonna start split pushing bottom still. That's the one hero, he can take your towers so quickly on that last track.
Yeah, just if he's left it on for at all for any moments. You see my control is now making his way toward top. He needs to put pressure on these lanes.
Because the thing is, Keen Gaming, even though they're down 1,000, like, when Black Hole's back up, they're scared. Like, Liquid can't take a 5-man ever when that Black Hole's up.
Yeah, the one thing that Keen has to be careful is not to commit too many ultis, because if they do commit too many ults, Liquid will respawn and go straight to Roshan.
Yes.
They
straight
will
to Roshan, straight to your base.
Yeah. Like Viper with mech, and they go Rosh, and then they're going to go for some timing push into your base, and you're going to be, uh-oh, this got really weird really fast. So they have to be a little careful with how many ultis they commit in certain fights.
Yep. Oh, the coil is going to barely miss there on Miracle, and they're going to have to back out now. Will they make it? GH, he's cutting him off. Matumba, he's cutting him off as well. Dark, they don't have any stuns. They almost burst him, but up top, there's going to be a Doom. They're going to look for it. They're going to try to chase. Nature's Prophet. Uh-oh, he's just kiting around, and GH with the snowball shard, saving him, getting the kill.
Kuroki actually, Holy Persuasion, took GH out of the fight.
Did he?
Yeah, I think he would have killed the Lion, and instead he gets the Doom.
Even
That's
better,
probably better anyway, but...
You know, why? And then he's like, never mind. You're Kuroki, you're cool this time.
It looked like, uh-oh.
And there's going to be old Chicken. He's going for this tower. He has a haste rune, so he doesn't have to fully commit. There's going to be some more heroes coming, but Dark, he doesn't have any HP, but he just goes for the finger. Oh, the quick heal there. Barely saves him. Oh, my goodness. They needed that. That was, what, like 4 HP? Ooh. And Keen, they cannot catch a break right there.
Wow, that was a rough one. That was so close.
And that feels good, because you're about to get a finger solo kill on an Nature's Right. You're going to get levels, gold, but no, Kuroki with that Shen.
And now Finger's down for nearly 3 minutes. So that's one of their big burst damages that they have in their lineup to take down this Viper.
Are you, like, we look back at this draft now already. We're only 13 minutes in. But are you just surprised that Keen tried this out? Or do you think it's okay? Because it is a very different draft, right? Like, it's strange.
I am a bit surprised just because Liquid is a team that they like to play this like farm game, right? They might be behind, but their net worth is relatively close, and then they get to a point in late game where, like, if this PA gets a Battle Fury and a BKB, the game is like over. Right?
Yeah.
It's like super, unless there's like amazing black holes, but even then, it can be hard for the Enigma to catch those positionings. To get that, the PA is just going to be super farm, and they have 3 cores that scale really hard on. Well, 2 cores that scale pretty hard on Liquid. Viper actually kind of does too, so I'll keep it as 3.
Yeah, that's 7 minutes faster than normal. Mac at 12 minutes 11.
Yeah.
This is just scary. It's a 2K lead, and Keen, they want to take team fights, but it's just tough because you don't always want to sit as 5, right? That's the problem. Like, yeah, they have a better 5-man, but if you 5-man, Liquid's just going to push 3 lanes, and
Liquid's just playing the farm game. I think they know that Keen's on this. I mean, it's weird because the Keen's on a timer. Even though they have an Enigma with a black hole, if he gets BKB, it will be uninterruptible. There's a PA in the game who's he's going to have a Battle Fury. Viper's top net worth too, and they're getting a lot of farm on the map. Kaka is going for the Spirit Vessel this game, so he's looking to try to, I'd imagine, throw it on the Viper to make sure he can't just get all that HP going for his team. But
they're going to look for this gang top. There's an Nature's Prophet ulti coming in free. There's going to be the Urn. They're just going to go in, and oh my. They burst him down pretty quickly there.
Yeah, and GH is even starting to find quite a lot of farm too for himself. He looks like he's going for a Shadow Blade on the Tusk. So if they do split up, he can also look to get.
There's going to be a coil though. They're going to look for mind control, and he'll just get brought down here. A nice rotation, nice smoke gank. They saw what happened top. They figured mind control's probably going to play greedy, and he does.
Yeah.
Old 11 still farming the drums phase boots. Doom 5th on net worth. Obviously, we'll catch up eventually, especially once you get that level 15 talent. But yeah, we see the gold gain in Liquid once again, and it's the bounty. That's kind of been like what this series has been, just bounty runes and just kind of outvaluing them.
Yep. 2 for 2 bounties. We have an Alpha Wolf that's just sticking with Miracle the whole time. Kuroki, so just give him that a little bit of extra farm speed that he can have until he has Battle Fury.
What do you want to see Keen do right now? Because it feels like they're grouping up a little. I mean, what can they do? They've maybe go for that tier 1 tower top.
Man, it's so hard because they're just getting split up around the.
Nawawala pala yung machine nung sa gacha, ano? Nawawala. Yung machine nung gacha na orange.
The map so much. They keep having to show all over the place, and they get ran at immediately.
Yep.
As soon as they do. So I think like as soon as they have Veil, I guess on the Enigma, they have to try to fight wherever the Viper is. Because right now it seems like they don't want to go anywhere where Matumba is.
Yeah.
But with the Veil, or with the Spirit Vessel, maybe they can think that that's enough damage. But I'm still kind of in a position where I'm not sure. Because they're all magic damage, and this Viper's got He's got Hood mech. He's got Hood Greaves even.
He's pretty unkillable almost.
Yeah. How do you bring this man down with a Chen heal on top and with Divine Favor? And in the meanwhile, it's a PA. You have to be like thinking in the back of your head if you're Keen, where is Miracle this whole time?
Because it doesn't feel like if you're Keen, right? And you had this quote unquote normal lineup. You're probably not feeling that bad. You're only 2K down. Like you actually are farming the map well. But the problem is, what are you farming with that? And it is going to be a Midas on the Doom.
Yeah.
So they know that it's probably going to the late game, and they know it's going to be tough.
Yeah, maybe they can hope for some just god tier spells, right? Just
I mean, they have them, right? You got a Black Hole, you've got a Leshrac, and you got a Puck, the Finger. You have these god tier spells, but it's going to have to go right.
As long as they can land them, right?
Oh, here we go. Miracle. Uh-oh. Could be in a little bit of trouble here. Going to try to run. There's going to be the Yules. They should be able to get these stuns. There's going to be double. There's the Finger, and there's the kill. They needed that one. Kaka will go down middle, mind control Matumba. But the PA, probably a much bigger kill. Keen gets it.
That's a nice move there, getting that smoke up on the high ground there. They don't have to commit Doom even. They only have to use the line finger, so that's what they should do.
And it doesn't even feel that bad, right? Because you get the extra 50 damage now as well. You had to have loved that, right? Because you're a decent line player. That little bit of buff.
It was a needed change, right? The hero felt like it was like dead for a while, and then no, he's starting to get a little bit more pick, a little bit more.
Uh-oh, top lane. They're going to go in for the kill. They do have the coil used. Do they have detection? He's just trying to get away, trying to avoid the stun. He actually does, but he will go down. Good effort, but 413 gold going the way of Old Chicken. Now Old 11, though, he could be in a little bit of trouble. He's just going to TP out. Do they have anything to cancel? Doesn't look like it. Gets out, and there we go. Keen Gaming from a 3K lead. Now it's about 1K.
Yeah, I think they're recognizing now that if GH isn't there, them dying is very unlikely. He's the only way to actually cancel TPs until someone gets an item for it.
And this Leshrac, right, doing everything. Rotates bottom, gets that PA kill, rotates top. Feels like Old Chicken, like, he's your carry player, but he's going to have to dictate the pace of this game for you.
They got to keep it up. They got to keep looking for these. They got to stay hungry, pretty much. They got to just keep looking for these frags. They can't let Miracle just respawn and back up and go straight back to where he was when he died. They have to get an objective after these kills somehow.
And that heat, man, he is liking the top lane here. But the Roche, once again, it feels like it's one of those Roche games. Obviously, yeah, Raiding can do it much quicker. Tag team, Venetance, just PA, right? But do you want to fight here against a Enigma and Doom? That's the question. But it looks like they are going to just go for it. Pinged out already by the Dire. He's going for a blink next, but he only has a Spirit Vessel on that Enigma. They're taking it down so quickly. Look at that amp damage on it from both spells. But the Puck Orb will go through. It scouts it out. They see it's about 40% HP. They clear out all the Eidolons. That Midnight Pulse going down. Oh, he's trapped out. Nice. Ice Shards. There's going to be the Black Hole. It won't matter. GH just played him. Ice Shards and then the Snowball. What a nice play there. And that's just going to be a Roche, right? They could try to steal it. We'll see. There's going to be the Orb. They look to do it. No.
That was, so nice. Those shots.
He freaked out. I mean, it happens, right? You're like, well, he's cut off. There's nowhere to go. It's tough just dying, right? Like, you're like, well, we have to give up Roche, and he goes for the Black Hole, but...
The call is also, Kaka's, I think he's like the in-game caller, too. Like, he's probably the one that's saying, we can't let them get this Roche.
We have to go.
Like, we have to try to stop them here. Otherwise, the game could just, like, blow up in our faces here.
That's another one, and it's blowing up in their face right now after they lose that kill, the Roche, and now top as well. Old 11 continues to try to pressure button. There's going to be a TP, and it's Miracle. Doesn't want to pop the Doom. Getting over the TP. One more crit is all it takes. Doesn't even need it. Gets the kill. Gets 2 crits. But now middle lane, Croaky going to be in a little bit of trouble. Old Chicken will pick up a little bit of a kill. Dark, will they find him? Yep, the Snowball's there. And action everywhere on the map, but most of it going in Liquid's favor.
Yeah, an interesting itemization. We see the mind control going for Vessel as well as Vlad's. The Vessel just amazing versus Doom. We saw it come into play right there where they're able to get the kill because he doesn't have the regen to survive.
And they're chasing him. They're going to get Old Chicken. That was a nice pre-stun by Old Chicken on the Furion, but unfortunately they won't get it. And backs on out. 7 times kill streak. 600 gold from Matumba. Look at that. The bounty runes again. 2,000. I keep harping, but I'm a min-max guy, and that's a lot of gold from the bounty runes.
I mean, for sure. And look at the way the momentum kicked up, right? As soon as they're able to get into that Roche, but it went from a 1K lead to a 7K lead just like almost instantly.
I didn't even notice. Yeah, that is. We're climbing that mountain now. Yeah. And the Enigma wants to get that Link next, but still about 2,000 gold away.
Yeah, he didn't go for these. I mean, they didn't go for their teamfight items, right? They don't have a mech, they don't have a pipe, they don't have these auras to be able to actually fight into Liquid. And Liquid, they've got Greaves and a hood, if not a full pipe coming out soon for the Viper. How do you take fights into this Liquid draft right now? Sure, you have all these high damage magical spells on Keen, but they have the sustain now on Liquid to just go through it. On top of a Chen heal with this mech and pipe. It's way too much.
Mind control just split pushing that top lane, but now the whole team will show up. GH is still here. They had the ward. They're going to get the stun. This should be a kill on GH, and that'll be a nice one. We'll slow down the pick-off options of Liquid. They're actually going to look for more. Kuroki, you might be getting ditched, my friend, but he's actually summoning in. They might want to fight.
He's bringing Miracle up here.
He is. Let's see what happens. There's going to be the block out. There's Miracle. He jumps forward. Oh, my goodness. He's... Whoa. How'd he get here? Now pops up. They're going to try to bring down. Nice blink away, though. On the backside, they're actually looking for Matoma Man. This might be a fight they didn't want to take, and he gets doomed up on the Viper. There's the finger. He will go down. Dark dies as well. Now Mind Control and Kuroki try and get out. Miracle does still have the TP because he got summoned in. That's a nice double stun coming out from the left track. Can they get everyone? Miracle just blows them up, and Kuroki and Mind Control survive. Oh, and GH gets one more on top of that Enigma.
GH bought back, and Kuroki brought him into the fight, but there we see he Divine Favored on the Viper, and look at how much he tanked. He tanked absolutely every spell from the side of Keen there. They just had to throw everything to make sure that they brought him down because of how much healing he was getting, and then this PA just runs rampant in the back of the fight, and has an Aegis anyway. So.
And that's the thing we keep talking about, but that was probably would be a good fight for Keen if it was about a minute ago before all these core items, right? Like when it's a 2K lead compared to a 9K, that Leshrac was at perfect stuns and pulse nose, but whoa, he actually gets found. I don't think Mind Control can get this kill, but he's looking around.
He's just going for...
Oh, no, not the double damage bottom again. Will someone pick it up this time? That is the question. It looks like they will. It's going to be Miracle running down there.
Yeah, and he went for the Battle Fury Deso, and now he's going back for the BKB, and we were talking about how crucial, I mean, not how crucial, but if he gets BKB, Keen's lineup, their damage is just gone pretty much at that point. And it's just looking harder and harder for Keen.
They're just going to go base. They know that double damage is there, and the good thing about that, right, is Chen can just summon you to him, so I think they want to just maximize it, and it looks like that's what they're doing. Yep, already getting this summon. Look at that. Right at the last second, gets the double damage, and here we go. They're going to try to bring down him again, but he's getting healed up so much. There's going to be the black hole. It does hit on two, but the cancel from GH again. The Enigma might be the first one to go down, trying to run. Won't make it. Matoma Man still alive, healing up. Old 11 dies as well. Dark, and now the Enigma has to buy back, but what can you even do? You already used your black hole and midnight pulse. Oh my goodness, the dagger flies to the fountain and gets the kill. We might be seeing the G's dropped here soon, Fog.
It's gotta be, I mean, it's gotta be GG at this point.
There it is.
I'm also watching Matoma Man in the fight having 70 HP per second when he gets Divine Favored.
And then you get the spell amped, like you're just living forever. Miracle diving the fountain now even as it ends, and Liquid just played a simply amazing game. Also, I mean, it was good, but it was a very strange draft from Keen. Maybe they were testing something out, but it clearly did not work.
Yeah, it was a strange draft from Keen, and you could see that Liquid, they had an idea. They had a concept behind this, because, you know, we mentioned the Divine Favor with the Viper with that lifesteal. We saw it come into play a little bit there, and how much he can bring people around the map and just make moves constantly. He just allowed GH to just punish everybody. 7, 3, and 14, making moves absolutely everywhere. Yeah, this Chen Holy Persuasion. I mean, the Rapture, right?
Yeah, dude, I love it. And the biggest fact is, like, you look at King's Draft, it's like, they don't even have better, like, laning phase, right? That's the crazier thing. Yeah. But you have, like, this 20 to 30 minute, we got to get a couple good black holes and do something. And there wasn't one black hole that you could, that last one, you know, pulled in two, but GH again. And man, that was quite the game, but Liquid dominating Keen Gaming, and that's 4 games in a row, right? The Keen won the very first one of the first series, and then just 4 in a row for Liquid. But that means we do need to hear what the panel has to say about this, because it was a decisive win, and I know Cabin Blitz are so excited to help you guys learn about what happened. So, quick little break, and we will be right back.
push the whole craft forward. I could give people something that they would enjoy.
Well, I was told that this game was probably going to be a fast one, but I was told the other way around, and it didn't happen that way, and we're going to find out exactly why and get to the bottom of it. Because, I mean, you were the one saying, you know, I think that is going to be a fast game in favor of Keen Gaming, but what went wrong for them that allowed this game to get out of control as fast as it did?
Everything.
Okay.
So yes, I did back Keen Gaming, and I did so emphatically. I mean, I thought that the lineup was better. I felt like they were going to be able to get some sick black holes off. I underestimated how good Liquid is at Dota when they're on a roll. They gave Miracle the best win condition in the game, and when they do so far, they've been rolling. I felt like GH especially had such a good game, and it just felt like Keen Gaming's lineup.
I dream 난 꿈을 꾸죠. 힘들 때면 난 눈을 감고 꿈이 이루어지는 그 순간을 계속 떠올리며 일어나죠.
두려움의 끝에서 난 오늘도 흔들리죠. 떨어질까봐 날아오르지 못하는 어린 새처럼 자꾸 내가 할 수 있나 내 꿈이 이루어질까 내딛는 걸음 한 걸음 걸음이 다시 두려워질 때마다 줄 용기가 필요하죠. 먼지를 털고 다시 일어나 또 한 번 뛰어갈 용기가 다시 한번 나를 믿고 나의 운명을 믿고 모든 걸 걸고 내 키보다 높은 벽을 뛰어넘을 거예요.
Your turn to ban. Your turn to pick. Your turn to pick. Your turn to pick. Dream high, a chance to fly high. 아픔들은 이제 모두 다 bye bye. 하늘에 있는 저 별들처럼 높이 날아봐 네 꿈들을 펼쳐.
Teams that are comfortable beating draw.
我问了一下，就因为昨天很多选手都说小黑非常强，然后问了他一下，他对小黑的看法。他觉得小黑很强，但是，这个版本有很多就其他英雄都非常强。他说这版本有2种队伍，一种是打小黑的队伍，一种是能打小黑的队伍。So you talked about studying King Gaming. I mean, you're a very experienced captain. How do you balance between countering your opponents by studying them and playing your own strategies?
That's a very deep question, because it goes a long way. Every team has their own methods. At the end of the day, I like to watch good teams play. It's my hobby anyway. And like, since we're an old team, we kind of have a play style that sticks with us anyway. It's hard to answer. Basically, just
do your own thing.
trying to find your balance is that's a task that
in the upper bracket, must say their opponent is
Microphone. Yes. Are you ready? Right to it. Uh-huh. Right. Yeah. Huh? Yep. 30 seconds to battle. Here I come. Whatever. Coming through. Heading out.
The battle begins!
Look at all that meat, just waiting to be carved. Waiting in. Oh, yes! Hi, hi! Oh, yes!
I think not.
Right. You got it. Ah, good idea.
Fucking my courier.
Forward! Fill your lungs up. I'm gonna need bigger paints. I'll bring the sword to the lambs. Ah, good idea. Huh? Something's rotten. Yep. Heading out. Yes. Didn't want to waste it. Smells good, don't it? Right. Here I come! Right. Breathe your last.
Coming through. Fresh chops. Waiting in. Huh? Smell the fresh air. Whatever. Oh, yes! Take a deep breath. Nah. Right to it. You got it. Forward! Yeah. Deep breath, boys. I will devour you. Yeah. Hi, hi. Yeah. Oh, yes. More power heading out. Mission middle. Forward. Right.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Right to it. Coming through. Oops, was that me? Hi, hi.
This will do nicely.
Denied. Waiting in. You won't feel a thing. Yep. Right.
Missing top.
Yeah, take a deep breath.
Radiant's bark has grown thick.
Here I come. Oh, yes. Your mincemeat. Smell the fresh air. Chop, chop. Yeah. Oops, was that me? Let's get intimate. Cut to the chase. You got it. Whatever.
First blood.
Last of my kind, but first in this.
I want right.
Your top tower is under attack.
Coming through. Forward. Hi, hi. Right to it. Here I come.
Missing top.
Huh? Deep breath, boys. Yeah. Yes.
Missing top.
Oh, yes. My cleaver's edge will never dull. You got it. Waiting in. Time for a little butchery. Right. Right. Don't get wet. Yep. Good idea. Yes. Yes! Heading out. Whatever. Oh, yes! Yeah.
Missing top.
Oh, yes! Here I come! 'Tis mine. Yep.
This will do nicely.
Oh, yes. I'm gonna need bigger paints. Uh-huh. Hi, hi. Huh?
Your middle tower cries out.
Possible.
The Radiant have called upon their defenses. Dire structures are fortified. Doom is on the wind.
Whatever. Nice.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Heading out. Ah!
Your middle tower has fallen. Timber!
Carnage!
My shadow falls.
Right. Get some!
Your top tower is under attack. Even the mightiest tree may fall.
Clear the chopping block.
Your top tower is crumbling.
Forward!
Back to port.
Your top tower is crumbling. Your top tower is under attack. Even the mightiest tree may fall.
Coming through.
Your middle tower is under attack. It may not be able to defend itself.
Torn a page from my...
A lonely death.
Feel your lungs.
More alone.
That. You cut quite a figure. Oh, yes. Right. Ah. This edge is nice and sharp. Ah, well, I love a good slaughter.
I can't bear to be seen.
Right to it.
That escalated quickly.
Oh, yes. Right. Nice little morsel. Heading out. Uh-huh. Oh, yes!
Wait, coming.
Oh, I need a new pair of pants.
Come. Come. Jump. Whoop.
Hi. Waiting in.
Do it.
Coming through. Here I come. Breathe your last.
No more. Spawn of shadows.
I
dissolve you.
Forward. Smells good, don't it? Oh, yes. Yeah. Right. Right to it. Lovely. Whatever. Ah, good idea. It's not
Out of the veil.
You got it.
Radiant structures are fortified. The stream tells of tactics.
Delicious. Right to it. Yeah.
Go do it. Go. Welcome. Go.
Double damage.
Go.
Oh, yes. Ah. Uh-huh. It's click. Something's rotten. Super time!
Your bottom tower shakes with fear. Dire structures are fortified. Doom is on the wind. Your bottom tower is under attack. A flame is alight at its base.
Yes! Fresh meat. See me waving from to cut my losses. Double kill. Run out.
Hey!
No. Mega kill. Triple kill. Your bottom tower is under attack. The enemy's top tower has fallen. It burned where it stood. Your bottom tower shakes with fear. Well, I needed to sharpen my cutlery anyway. Whatever. Coming through. Oops, was that me? Waiting in. Hi, hi. Right. Right. Oh, yes. Unstoppable forward. Huh? Blink dagger. Huh? Good idea. Yep.
Wait. Wait.
Heading out.
Go, 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 go. Go. Nice.
Fresh meat.
Lovely.
You'll look good with an apple in your mouth. Here I come. Coming through.
This will do nicely.
Radiant structures are fortified. Chop me up small. I'll do the same for you.
'Tis mine.
Not so safe harbor, eh?
Wicked sick. Monster kill. Wet more stones. Hi, hi. Oh, yes. Smell. Your middle tower cries out.
Look away.
The Dire have fortified their grove. Your bottom tower is under attack. A flame is alight at its base. Take a deep breath. Time to pudge. Here I come.
Yes, X marks the spot.
I'm under attack.
No!
Right. Smell the fresh air.
No!
I'm cleaning away. Yeah!
Character. Assassin.
Your top tower is under attack. Your top tower has come crashing down. Double damage. Yep. Yes. Good idea. Take a deep breath. Heading out. Time for a chopping block party. Waiting in. Fresh meat. Get over here.
Don't believe this.
They who live by the wand shall die by my blade.
Right to it. Your bottom tower is under attack. Whatever. Carnage!
Regeneration!
Regeneration.
Fresh chops! Yes! Yes. Right. Yeah.
May I cut in?
Fresh meat! It's either a feast of famine. Your bottom tower shakes with fear. Your bottom tower is under attack. A flame is alight at its base. Your bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bark has grown thick. The enemy's top tower has been denied. Oops, what's that mean? Death devours me. Sharp. Yep. Forward!
Your top tower is under attack. Even the mightiest tree may fall.
My choppers are looking sharp. Waiting in.
Snow shadow.
Furled your sails, but good.
Here I come.
2 masts on this brigantine.
Fresh meat. Get over here. Bit of a hat job.
Your bottom tower shakes with fear. Dire structures are fortified. The trees whisper of a strategy. Your bottom tower is under attack. Your bottom tower has fallen. Whoa! Radiant structures are fortified. They require time.
Let's get intimate. It's not ready. Fresh meat.
It was worth it.
Consider thyself purified.
Coming through.
The enemy's top tower exploded.
Look who's coming for dinner. I'm not ready yet. Yes!
Back so soon.
The enemy's bottom tower has been swallowed by the earth. Double kill.
Back.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's courier has been slain. A tactical victory.
Never happen again. I'm not ready yet. You got it. Ah. I will devour you. I'm not ready yet. Yes. Heading out. Something's rotten.
Mine.
Tight of a chase.
dazzle darkens. Just kill
Illusion.
Right. Huh? Smells good, don't it? You got it. Coming through. I'm under attack. Right to it. Something I made.
Blame
Dominating. Double kill.
Face your death.
Insider in Kip Soul.
Well, was she with Fnatic? She was with TNC, right?
She was also
But
with Fnatic.
yeah, she's worked with a few of the
I mean,
Sound
Fnatic's had a
yeah.
lot of rosters. If we remember one time,
Sure, yeah.
Notel was a Fnatic.
Oh my goodness
Back in the day.
gracious. This
Yeah.
is truly a storyline to remember. Rubik picked up as your second pick there, gentlemen. Interesting.
Whoa. Ooh.
Well, wet my stones. Have you seen my right hook? Whatever. Huh. Coming, friends.
Weep not.
How did you?
Your bottom tower is under attack. A flame is alight at its base. Double kill. Dire structures are fortified. Your bottom tower is under attack. Your bottom tower has perished. Your bottom barracks stand ready to die. Your bottom barracks have fallen. Keep heart. Your middle tower has fallen. Your middle barracks are under attack. Your middle barracks have fallen. There is now less room for error.
I will not fail.
Is silence.
Mega kill. Double kill. I fail you. Your middle barracks can see their death on the horizon. Your middle barracks have fallen. There is now less room for error. Aye, aye. Fresh meat. Real, I mean. Chop, chop. Killing spree. Your top tower is crumbling.
Turnabout is foul.
Your top tower is under attack. Your top tower has fallen. 'Tis now nothing but mere river rocks.
Hi, I'm Elodia, and I'm gonna teach you how to cosplay.
Your top tower has fallen. Your top barracks have fallen. You must rally now. Your top barracks have fallen. The enemy now has mega creeps.
Juggernaut!
What happened?
Ah, fresh meat!
I've run aground.
Wicked.
8 bells and all flesh.
Monster kill.
Should have healed myself.
Godlike. Triple kill.
Juggernaut!
With this
Ultra kill. Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has returned to Earth.
For these heroes, they're going to be looking to collapse onto the drow, making these early moves, diving past towers. You pick someone that's going to be able to react, and bam, you've got a Queen of Pain. Anytime those sort of dives come in with the snowball, with the Sand King going headfirst beyond towers, there's going to be a Quap TPing in, reacting with a high amount of burst. Suddenly you get caught out by a Gust and a Tombstone, and bam, Fnatic's turning the fights around. So Complexity, they've got to be very careful because the turnaround potential in sort of the early to mid-game ganks from Fnatic is going to be huge with this lineup.
And the late game potential too. It's another ranged hero that they got, so Drow Ranger's just going to keep that looking good.
Yeah, and I believe some of our other analysts said that Quap is probably one of the best late game because of the fear. Is that right?
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that's the best 25 in the game, and then I feel like everyone forgets
There's a lot of 25.
I mean, Storm Spirit's 25 can single-handedly win a game.
Yeah, that is true. Impossible to push.
Yeah.
Very balanced, Ice Frog.
Very balanced.
Very good. Tidehunter banned out there. Interesting. I guess that would give them a little bit of beef and a little bit of insurance when they get jumped on, huh?
I think they just want to make sure that Ice is as useless as possible at this stage, because right now Fnatic are pretty squish. And even though we talked about the Drow Ranger getting collapsed on, like Owen said, all these heroes are extremely vulnerable to one stun immediately is going to pinball into or domino effect into the next couple of stuns. And so if you have some big meat shield like Tidehunter, then that could be intimidating. There's still other Ice heroes though. Like I would love to see his Pango.
Oh, I mean the Pango really is the one that just sort of screams out at the moment.
Yeah.
It would be that hero that could just ball in, going on the front lines, and suddenly you've got this Drow Quap sitting at the side, getting the damage out.
He's one of the very few players that still likes Timbersaw also. Timbersaw is kind of considered a dead hero. I think he's still good, especially if there's not like a Nyx assassin that you need to worry. With a break or something like that, but there's not that much magic damage on this side of Complexity. It's primarily physical damage, although have not seen the second core yet, but still.
Yep. Well, this is the most important pick for both the teams. Pretty big ban too. They're going to actually get rid of Dragon Knight. Gives them a little bit of tank in that lineup, a little bit of tower push, which I will admit they are lacking. Complexity really only has the ability to kill people right now, and that's it.
Yeah, and I think Limp usually likes building like a Radiance DK, and so it just makes that much more difficult to deal with.
And there's the Pango. I mean, this one, I am a little surprised it got through to this point. Drafting's hard at the moment. Some strong heroes going to get through, but arguably this is one of the strongest for Ice, and it's there, and it works absolutely fantastic with the lineup Fnatic has.
That's a serious look on Kips. I don't know if she liked that. Oh boy, scary. What do you pick on this Complexity Gaming?
You cheese
oh my God, the cheese!
You cheese it out.
Holy woly! We've got ourselves a Broodmother. We were talking a little bit about lacking push. There it is.
Yeah, but Fnatic can deal with the Broodmother fairly easily.
I feel so as well. I mean, they decent amount of AoE burst between sort of the Quap and the Pango.
And
a
the
Swashbuckle and a Rolling
from
Thunder.
A mile away, yeah.
They can kill those little baby spiders. Maybe Complexity feel that the lane is going to be strong enough that doesn't matter down the line, but
even then, like, Queen of Pain doesn't necessarily suffer that heavily against a Broodmother. I mean, it's not great. Most ranged heroes dealing with the Broodmother is not enthusiastic, but still, like, you're not going to ever get in kill territory because you have a blink, and you can often get aggressive on a Broodmother very easily, especially with the types of supports that Fnatic have.
If we could refrain from using language like kill baby spiders, this is at Disneyland Paris. Let's just say that maybe those baby spiders might lose their parents, but they'll grow up and take objectives in the end, learning a great lesson along the way.
Maybe, but probably not this game. I feel like that brew was a little bit of a, oh dear, what do we pick? This is a bit tough. Oh, whoopsie, we've let Ice have a 5th pick Pango. And I don't think it's going to be good enough. I think this could be a little messy in a family-friendly way, and Fnatic are going to take this victory.
Tsunami? Messy in a friendly way? What do you think?
Is there a more family-friendly way to say that?
Probably not. That's pretty family-friendly.
They're going to get messed with.
Okay, they will be messed with. Well, we'll find out very shortly how messed with this team will be. Will it be the classic Disney story of Mama going down and Baby becoming a star? Or will it be something else that we won't talk about? We'll find out very shortly with our casters, Kyle and the other guy, Gods. That's a great guy.
Observing is something where I felt like I would actually push the whole crowd forwards. I could give people something that they would enjoy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're in the game. It is Complexity versus Fnatic, game number 1. Loser going to find themselves in the lower bracket, and winner has a chance at OG to get into the upper bracket. I'm Gods. Joining me is Kyle, former Complexity captain. You know a thing or two about Complexity. Last pick Brood.
Yeah.
And Monkey's an NA player. He's a guy you're also quite familiar with.
Indeed, the new offlaner for Complexity after Death left the squad. This is the inaugural LAN performance for the lineup. And I gotta say, I kind of gotta agree with the panel. The Brood feels like it's a Monkey's Forever special. This is one of his like 3 big heroes: Sand King, Bat, Brood Mother. Problem is that both Quap and Pango I think deal quite well with the Brood. You can kill Tombstone immediately, which is great, but I don't think you win against a Quap. You look at the base damage: 48 on Brood, 59 on the Quap. That's pretty big advantage when you consider you don't even have the Null Talisman's finished. And the Brood rushes Soul Ring. It's more about spider spam.
Yeah, I guess once you have the spiders, you can use those for the last hits. As we'll see, early aggression, Complexity went for a 5-man rotation, which didn't work, but the 3-man rotation top will find jabs. Undying goes down, giving up a first blood.
That's huge. They gave it to Miracle as well. That's very important. Now you just start the lane with an extra Wraith Band.
We'll be trialing versus trialing up top, so we're going to see Ice Ice Pengo in a 1v1 against Sand King. That should be a pretty good matchup for Sand King, I would imagine.
Yeah, for sure, but I think you just trade. Sand King will win, but it's not. He's been nerfed so many times up top.
They're just going to keep going in. Fnatic get the kill before MP goes down, so it's a 1-for-1 trade in the end. Fighting and Undying in a tri-lane versus tri-lane. I mean, it kind of works. They get the kill on MP at least, so you're trading a support for a carry in a sense. I guess we're kind of so early on that doesn't really matter, you know. It's carry support dying, he's going to TP right back in the lane, but
I'm just afraid you're tri-laning into an Undying.
Yeah.
This is like the classic blunder. I don't know how you win this matchup. You can see a double decay. Like Jabs can just 1v2 easily, and you've already secured lane control now on the side of Fnatic as they pull the creep wave back.
I think it's kind of maybe the idea of why they just wanted to jump on the Drow, because they know if they just try and play a passive lane stage, they're going to lose. Like that's where Undying's going to get the decay stacks up. So before he even has a single decay stack, they're jumping in for a kill on Drow. Perhaps recognizing they're going to have to, you know, kind of disassemble this tri-lane, and they are sticking with it. They're going to look for just pulls, but they're also dealing with Fnatic, who are pulling side camps themselves, and this is problematic if Complexity don't detect.
I will say though, I think that a 3v3 does definitely benefit Cole. Whenever there's a tri-lane versus tri-lane, you're gonna have a ton of under-leveled heroes, and when you've got a Brood Mother mid, I think that benefits your side more. Obviously the Quap can easily rotate when you've got like level 7, level 8 up, but Brood is all about timing and getting these towers down quick. And when there's no threat from the enemy supports because they're so low level, you have total freedom to do so. You get out-pushed and deep push, but no one can really kill the Brood on the side of Fnatic.
Yeah, they don't have that good setup, perhaps, until maybe like a Pengo gets involved for like a Blink Dagger later on with his Rolling Thunder. So early on, it's a pretty even laning stage. The first blood for Complexity hasn't given them a massive advantage by any means, as the 1v1 lanes also going fairly evenly. Quap with a lot of CS, but some of those will of course be those spiderlings, so not giving quite as much gold as you'd normally expect. And the Brood will be able to kind of accelerate once you get levels in the spawn spiderlings to just kind of power farm using them.
Yeah, I like what Abed chose to do here. He's already he skipped finishing Null and just rushed Bottle, getting a couple extra mangoes as well, because that's how you gotta beat Brood. You just spam the Scream, ensure the spider spam doesn't get out of control.
Back atop, the Undying continues to plague the tri-lane versus tri-lane. So it's only 2 kills apiece, but Complexity went to that tri-lane with a first blood advantage on their PA and have only managed to get 9 CS on PA. Drow, you know, identical CS-wise, so they aren't losing this top lane, but it's definitely not going well.
There'll be, I think level 3 is when the Cold Tri-lane power spikes though. You'll have real damage threat from the 343 Oracle. I'm always just concerned, man. The Undying is just so scary. Thankfully, like Drow is one of the weaker tri-laners in Dota 2. Mid lane, I think, is still the lane to watch. You can see Monkeys chases Abed, forces the blink, doing very well in this mid side. And as you said, the CS favoring Quap, but a lot of that gold are the spiders, so he is still behind in net worth.
Yeah, the Brood. Some of the Broods does have access into the neutrals so earlier, jungling up the Alpha Wolves. So Both sides able to kind of supplement their income from neutrals and spiders, not just the lane creeps themselves. Abed gets fortunate with a rune there. If he didn't get that illusion rune, he would have had to have maybe even gone back to base.
Well, where's he keeping to? He's going bottom. Well, this is a hell of a rotation right here.
He can just stay invis here. He's got a sentry ward himself. Can they even get him out? They're going to sentry. Limp just dewards it and stays invis. Limp was ready for it.
All right.
That was a TP bottom and everything. That really kind of...
Oh, they're swapping lanes. That's why. Okay, that's cool, actually.
Okay.
I don't mind this at all. And it's a cool decision because the runes will be spawning in 30 seconds. Sand King, not the greatest at controlling it. Abed should be able to play for both runes, and then he'll be full HP once again. Pango, the physical, the spiders are very much immune to magical damage. It's, I think, what, 75% reduction, something crazy like that. Pango's Q, I believe, one-shots, yeah, all the little spiders die as soon as you're level 5. And once you're level 7, I think all the big ones will start dying as well. So this just stops monkeys forever. His aggression is gone. On the bottom, you can see Abed dueling for the rune. He's got Blink active.
Yeah,
he should be able to get one.
Yeah, the Sand King makes sure he doesn't get both. Sand King did not have a bottle, so just got the rune pickup, which is great in itself, but Quab able to heal back up with bottle charges. They're going to find Tuss back at top, as the tri-lane of Fnatic should be able to find this kill here. Zefrig just going to buy as much time as he can and do a little bit of damage, but
yeah.
Ultimately does go down.
This is a really cool maneuver by Fnatic, though.
Yeah, and just the reason why they don't have these lanes at the start is kind of because Pango can't lane versus Brood until you get the levels. Like,
And also, I think Quap just gets pressured by Sand King. You want the levels, and also it's more that at this phase of the game, Pango no longer wants to be down bottom against the Sand King. If he ever swashbuckles and catches a stun into ultimate, you're in a ton of trouble. And you don't want Quap mid against Brood. As you can see, he's like forced to spam spells and yet still not able to deal with this Brood because the heavy regen and magic reduction on the spiders. It's just cool. It's just really cool, and I think that the slowing the pace of the game would favor Fnatic. If Miracle's PA can get very farmed at a certain point, he does sort of take over. But I think Cole have more of the clock in terms of making plays early.
And we are seeing both 1v1 lanes essentially turn into these passive farming lanes now. Quap and Sand King, neither has kill threat on the other without a rotation, which we could see. Like someone like a Rubik TPing down there with the Sonic Wave could threaten to bring down that Sand King, but it seems for the most part both sides just kind of content to farm. MP, once he's level 6, can also fall back to the Ancients, as Drows like to do, so it doesn't really feel like either team is in any rush to start pressuring objectives, which kind of is what I feel like Broods normally want to do, at least to a certain extent.
Yeah, I think it's one of the few heroes that can still very much benefit from doing so. We see Medusas as well, occasionally TAs, that you can just farm so fast in the jungle that even if you lose a couple creeps every wave middle, it just doesn't bother you. And as we've explained, like you can see Ice used his Q on the lane there, so now monkeys can confidently press forward. All these just
I think trying to scare him off. That's some ice tactics.
Yep.
Baiting out spells or... fake casting them.
Yeah, let go. Oof. No, nothing like this. That was... Oh god, it was so much gold. All your spiders just died. That's great play by Ice, though, and he's just roll for him.
And because of all those fake casts, I don't think Monkeys thought he was being serious about that one. Ice just takes him out.
He just outplayed him, straight up. That was like 2 or 3 outplays in a row. Really well done.
Got over 100 gold from those spiderlings already, and we're just 7 minutes in, so... It's cool when you see something like that where the fake animation canceling of the Rolling Thunder probably made Monkeys think he was safer when he actually goes for the actual Rolling Thunder.
Yeah. My concern is if you look down bottom, right, this is something Complexity loves to do on their Sand King. It's one of their most picked heroes. But Limp goes for the Vanguard and the maxed out Sandstorm. And this is fine. It's you're going to farm, but he's going Arcane's next. Like, when does Sand King actually do stuff on the map? I would much prefer, like, the phase drums, something that allows him to get aggressive, gank for this Broodmother lane. It's your strongest hero. You want to be in his lane, helping him find advantage and then towers. And instead, it looks like the Cole strat is just going to be 3 cores and 3 lanes, and we'll win at some point. And I don't know if that tactic is appropriate for the game state they're in.
Even rotating to with the supports to the tri-lane. Like theoretically, you've got this 3v3 lane top. an over-leveled and farmed core like a Sand King TPing in could cause a lot of problems, but TPing in with a Vanguard and level 2 stun, which has a very short cast range. Here we go. They found the Drow, though, jungling it up here. Z-Freak using this Invis rune. MP maybe realizes with the experience being leached, there is at least a bit of a tell, but Fnatic have rotated more. It's Ice, once again getting active, finding another kill for his team as Z-Freak looks like he hasn't been found yet in this jungle. He's kind of just sitting here leeching the XP. MP's going to walk right into him, though. And Z-Freak instantly just TP's out.
Yeah, but this is, it's all about just getting Drow level 6, and then MP can start farming these Ancients. It's something I think certainly needs to be toned down, because, of course, when you're all procs, you one-shot any creep, no matter its power level. It didn't work on Ancients. I don't think we'd see Drow quite as much, because you don't care about losing lanes. You just eventually hit the 6, and then you just farm woods until you're ready to rock and roll.
Zabed going to go for this one. He has a Sonic Wave as well as another Scream soon. If he can hit both, he may be able to find this kill. Limp's trying to juke in the trees. DJ's come in. That Scream not going to land. Limp dusted and will stun his way out. Max out the stun now, at least, with the Arcane Boots. Has Blink Dagger queued up, but it's just like it feels like it's too late. Like, this Brood is already just ineffective, because as we saw in the mid lane, one Pengo Swashbuckle, it killed the new fresh Spiderlings. Those are like the strong Spiderlings, not the little baby ones, too.
Well, we'll see. It could always be misreading. PA, Brood, like, these heroes do scale. Sand King, at some point, will have, like, that Blink Crimson, nigh indestructible. It's just a question of whether Cole can execute his team. By High Ground Tombstone, a little bit of pursuit coming out. I do believe Z-Freak will fall. Snowball's to try and recover. He's going to go to the creep wave, but I think Ice knows that.
Yeah, they're not going to chase Miracle. Looks like they're going to leave him as they just take down Z-Freak. It's a fight over the bounty runes. 3-4-3 does get one, and he will knock it out. Jabs was there with the decay. I don't think MP had that kill without it, and bounty runes end up getting kind of split there in the end. Their Jabs actually find themselves in trouble. Limp has rotated in, so Sand King getting active this stage.
The concern I have is this Broodmother, who is keeping pace with the Ice Pango. Like, but this is just not the way I see Broods have a ton of success. He's going for the more early game item build, Medallion into Diffusal, and then he's going to look to try and click somebody down with a Purge into Spiders. But like, there's two different heroes that can clear all of the Spiderlings if they want to: the Quap with their ultimate or the Pango with the Swashbuckle.
It feels like the idea almost needs to be that he's able to mid lane Limp with the Vanguard. What's Abed? And Abed was trying to get greedy going for the tier 1 tower, and it's going to be instead top Miracle getting focused down by SSIs. Needs to land a hit. The evasion once will not save him the second right click as...
Abed! Nice play from Limp there.
He even got the tower deny as well, and Jabs is in trouble. The Broodmother's rotated in. Limp helping perhaps salvage things a bit. We're still very early on, and it's kind of even on goal, but it feels like Complexity need to do something.
Yeah, that was something, though. That was great plays from Limp in 2 occasions. He jukes out the certain death bottom by just playing topside, stunning away, goes to Shrine, rotates top, and just outplays Abed, who was getting greedy. He had Arcane popped, and he wanted to get a Scream into ultimate off that would have killed off the Sand King. Limp knew this and just got the max range stun, actually predicting that Abed would step forward and hitting it on, I believe, like 20 units to spare. Like, it was pretty much perfect, and gets the last hit.
Yeah, he kind of knew they were going to play maybe a bit too aggressive, baiting out the tier 1 tower with how low it got. So even just the initial stun, getting the Quap under the tower to get her down so low. Abed gets punished, and Fnatic have to be a little bit careful. I feel like we're seeing in a very good spot with just the pace this game was going at, but kills like that being given over to Complexity in a sense.
A lot of emphasis now on Limp still. He's played well so far. He'll have Blink finish like 400 gold, trying to set up on Abed. He's going to ult forward. This is a level 2 ultimate. This is surely a kill.
Yeah, they've got the snowball follow-up. Is there Walrus Punch? Don't need it. They're going to get the kill with Z-Freak's support, and Limp, he's making plays happen. Look at his net worth. He is so far ahead of everyone, and we had some doubts about the Blink Dagger timing, but when you get all these kills, a solo kill on the Quap, and a second kill on the Quap now with the help of the Tusk, suddenly his Blink's up in no time.
Yep. He gives away Sandstorm to the Rubik. That's one of the best spells for DJ this phase of the game, because he just wants to farm. It's the super low mana cost, low cooldown. He can push waves out as much as he'd like. Notice we haven't seen MP for quite some time, and here he is at suddenly level 8. Has a Yasha just after the recipe.
It's kind of his job, just stay in the jungle, farm Ancients. He's one of the people that cannot go to the Brood lane.
And this is great timing though from Cole. They've got a blink on the Sand King. He's got teleport ready. They smoke towards mid as Brood pushes. This is perfect. You've got Diffusal up. This is your timing. You want to make a fight happen now.
Ice is the one they may run into. If he gets the Rolling Thunder off, he's going to be fine and we'll get out of here. He is going to go chasing, looking for monkeys, and to avoid the cliffs here. Monkeys can go flying over those ones, and he's juking the Rolling Thunder because of his pathing, and Ice is going to entirely waste that. Complexity still nearby, and with the Rolling Thunder down, they're going to jump on Jab. They instantly delete him with the Walrus Punch here. Miracle there, and they want Ice Ice Ice. No Rolling Thunder here. Can they bring him down here? He's going to go in aggressive, though. Ice 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 knows. With that damage reduction, he's actually pretty strong and hard to deal with, but Limp shows up with a Blink Pyro Strike. He's got the Sandstorm damage to follow it up, and Ice 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 is dead. Abed shows up with the Sonic Wave. The damage is just enough to kill Zefric with the tower hit, and Complexity, though, not done. Despite losing the Tusk, they want more. They're chasing in. They want this Drow. They get the stun with the Pyro Strike, and Limp is just so strong right now, leading the charge forward. Monkey's following it up with some good damage as well. Unfortunately, DJ with the Soul and Sandstorm, it looks like they've got no detection, and he's going to turn it around. He Pyro Strikes, he steals it, takes down Monkeys. Oh dear, DJ with the Sandstorm into Pyro Strike. He's channeling his own inner Sand King, and it's the Sand Kings on both sides doing wonders here as DJ's not done. He's found another kill. Oh my gosh, what a magical Rubik, man, with that Aether Lens pickup with that extra cast range.
Yeah, look, he's actually just passed Abed in net worth as well. The one downside of Quap, even with the Drow, is that you still are a snowballer, and he just died so many, not so many times, but you know, he tried to, every rotation you make that you don't find a kill counts as a death in my book when you're playing Quap. And Limp, even though he's playing pretty much flawlessly so far in the game, makes all these plays happen middle. They don't get the objective, and their gold lead is hovering just above a 0. And man, that was just, wow. They have still top 3 net worths. You have the Deso Rush on Miracle, but the way that they're itemizing and playing, you can see Cole feel like they're on a clock, and they're going to want to try and close out the game, at least get objectives at some point in the next 10-15 minutes.
And the way the farm is distributed is kind of strange in that Fnatic essentially have 4 cores all with the same amount of farm. And they didn't do that intentionally. It's just the nature of DJ getting all these kills. He's 5-0 and 2. He got a ton of gold from all those kills mid. It does feel like, you know, Complexity have the farm more in the right places. You know, you have core heroes, you want farm in them. With that said, it's a Rubik. What's he going to be able to do with this kind of farm?
I mean, we just saw this is a great Rubik game. Just because of the Burrow Strike steal, it's possible. Limp is often taking fights with Sandstorm on cooldown or using it preemptively because, you know, you want to get the damage out ASAP. When you can steal a spell from, what, like 1,000+ range away and then have an extra distance onset Sand King Stun, it's just one of the best spells for Rubik to play with later on in the game.
He's getting an Atos himself. He's like, well, I guess, you know, I'll
Adam.
There's the Aether Lens Pyro Strike, and Adam will get brought down.
Man, that original team fight middle was that the power spike for Complexity, and Jabs on that Undying had died like right away. Did not get Tombstone off. Game.
Ice 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 in the Rolling Thunder too.
Yeah, mid or bottom. DJ dead.
Okay. They at least take out the Pyro Strike from his hands with a nice little gank and kill, and they should be able to follow this up with the Tier 1 tower. The ward behind their tower means there's just not much they can do to defend this.
I love the vision game Cole's running with at the moment. Tons of aggro wards. They have domination in this bottom side of the map. I'd like to see them get away from it now. Leave somebody like Limp here to just shove lanes and look to play around the Roche pit and force Fnatic out of that triple camp around their top shrine. Get these lanes pushed out. Monkeys Forever is forced to farm his own jungle whenever heroes are off map. If they don't show on these bottom wards near the shrine, then he feels very unsafe and just recognizes I can't play mid because there's a Pangolier that could just come through and kill me immediately with the assistance of anybody.
On that Pangolier you mentioned has an Invis rune, is going to go in with the Swashbuckle.
If he had waited for the Quap, there was an Atos available on Abed. Bottom lane, DJ in trouble again. Zefric setting up.
DJ, let's be careful. I think he knows he's staying very far back using this Fate Bolt. Doesn't have any handy spells at his disposal as well. Jabs, he's walked in. I think recognizing that Complexity have a lot of deep wards, was trying to deal with it. Unfortunately, didn't have any options there. DJ steal the Walrus Punch.
It's not bad. Top lane, you look at this though. Abed, level 12, with the assistance of the Quap aura, or sorry, the Drow aura, he's actually able to push faster than the 4 heroes assembled bottom by Complexity. Again, I point to this Brood hero, this pick. He's going Orchid next, but like we haven't seen Monkeys Forever in this game. I've seen him die behind tower twice, but he's just playing this triple camp, and when the lane mid hits his tower, he looks to cover it, but it's giving all this space to the Quap top. This one ward for Abed that's about to expire on that top dire shrine keeps him completely safe, and Complexity, like they're still working on this bottom tier too.
I mean, there's the heat map for the Broodmother you can see, and it is just that ancient area, tri-camp, and the mid lane. He did spend some time at, well, another jungle camp in the enemy jungle, and anytime he went behind the Tier 1, he died. That's where both his deaths were.
Bottom jungle. You want to just take away this ancient camp from Drow. That's the whole point of Brood. You want to take mid, get control, and then play top shrine area. That's what equalizes the map advantage I feel Radiant has.
Yeah.
If you can control their top shrine area, you take away that Roche edge, you take away their ancients, and you cut the map in a third. And bottom, they do go for DJ once again, but again, so many heroes here.
Is there a punish, though? Abed has got the Atos if he can blink forward in a couple of seconds. He is going to go for it. Immediately gets the Atos there. There's going to be a false promise from 343. Wants to save Miracle. I think he knows he's not getting out, but Miracle's the one they want to save. I don't think Miracle's got a good escape on this one, though. He's going to blink in aggressively, but does end up going down. So 2 kills in return. They finally managed to punish Complexity going for DJ.
It's just such an easy punish, to your point. Like it's been like, what, 3 or 4 times now they've been trying to hunt people at this bottom tier 2. And eventually Fnatic respond. They just triple TP, find that slay. Top, looks like we're going... What's Limp going? Is he finishing a Lotus? A Lotus Orb.
It's like also how much, like Sanking's not one of those heroes that scales as your 1 position essentially, which, yeah, sure, they didn't draft Sanking to be a 1, but you see the net worth.
But he could. I just don't know if I like these items. Nothing helps Limp deal more damage. You could have, he could go on Radiant.
Radiant, yeah, that's the item I was wondering about.
Like, just something that increases your team's scaling potential.
Yeah, you get on top of Drow and suddenly there's that risk chance and do a lot more. Sonic Wave damage is going to bring down the Tusk, and Quap will get out with a solo kill. Nicely done by Abed.
Dude, I love the build. He's got Atos into Arcanes, and now he's getting a Buckler. Probably going for Greaves. Right? Yeah, it's really good because he sees, well, he doesn't see that Monkeys is going Orchid, but once Monkeys realizes that there's a Greaves on the enemy side, he'll be very upset. Obviously, he'll get that item first. I love the decision from Abed, though. When you're not snowballing, you've got to go these utility items. And look at his net worth and how it's skyrocketed. He's in the game now. If he was going for this, like, Orchid build, looking to hit a BKB, like, your hero falls off. But this gives him tons of utility. He can still spam lanes and not have mana issues, and it ensures that he's, like, covering the gaps in his team. You look at Ice, like, he was Vlad's Maelstrom. He's going to do serious damage as this game continues.
And then you've also got the Drow, who we haven't even really seen or talked about because she has just been silently farming in the jungle, but at this point it just looks like she's going to scale and be a big problem. Top lane Limp. It's been Atos up now. They are looking for this kill. They get the Gust up, but he's already gone Invis here. They have got detection here. Limp's going to burrow strike himself away. The Lotus Orb helping make him very difficult to kill, but Fnatic have all 5 here. Can Limp escape from 5? They're using absolutely everything. Rolling Thunder gets used, and the team are, well, pushing out the mid lane, taking over the enemy jungle is the Tusk. It looks like just doing a bit of a warding mission. Z-Free.
Where's Miracle's net worth?
Over there on the left side of the screen, 7.6k net worth, Kyle.
They're going to find 3 for 3, aren't they? Yep.
They're going from one pick to the next. He has a false promise, which he'll use just because you may as well, I guess. But
pretty sure he's dead.
Yeah, they're maybe chasing.
Maybe not?
I would say that. Surprisingly, yeah, they did not chase and do as much damage as they perhaps should.
They don't want to turn around. A Limp buyback could potentially slay them. But I just look at the net worth, and this is the concern I have with a lot of the complexity lineups. And just like the draft isn't bad. It's just that the net worth spread isn't what you want. The PA wants to be the top of the net worth charts, but it's been Monkeys forever playing passive, Limp constantly shoving lanes by himself, PA playing with the 2 supports looking to make moves with this Deso Rush. He's the hard carry for this side. Your Sand King's not itemizing for damage. He's going utility, but for what purpose? Like, Brood is not this...
Yeah.
Is not the hero that's you're gonna turn into a super carry. Like,
well, and your Sand King's going utility, but playing alone. It feels like if you're going to go utility, you should play with the team, which is what we're seeing now. Monkeys and Limp together in this mid lane, but have they got the damage? It looks like Isis is just 2 taking, and the Gust catches out 2. MP doing big damage from the far sidelines as Limp is getting focused down as well, and MP is online. He's finally arrived. Ice there with the Rolling Thunder to help secure a 3rd kill, and
straight to the pit.
That feels like we're approaching the, that passing that window, that complexity we're looking for.
It's like the story of the games I watch. It's just like it's a decent concept, but then it's not executed, and eventually the enemy side makes a play. They get the fight they need. Now they're in the pit, and it's like, okay, now what was this Brood? Your top net worth Monkeys, but like, what have you done? What is your purpose so far in this game?
I mean, I would defend it in the sense that I think he could have maybe slightly adjusted his play. So I also just Brood was not the right pick this game, which, I mean, maybe you can fault complexity for that, but he didn't want to play and contest that, enemy Ancients because he just felt so afraid for his life. Once the Pengo rotated mid, the Rolling Thunder was just killing him anytime he played too aggressive.
It's better to play the right part of the map and die a couple times because it ensures that your teammates will have a better game and you force rotations.
Okay.
But when you're the Brood, it's not about whether it's a bad game for the hero. You still want to do what Brood does.
Yeah.
Like, you have to try and get there, unless it's not one of those games where you can be like, all right, I'm going to farm 15 minutes and just take over the map because you're against real counters. You need to use that early game advantage that you'd acquired. Limp finds another pick-off.
Fire strike in 2 seconds. Nice. They get the chance to use it. Miracle comes in, gets the kill. Small little pick-off for complexity. If they can find more, that'd be nice, but Abed has the blink escape, and Fnatic are playing together on this bottom lane. It just feels like Fnatic always have the right heroes together.
Yep, they're doing a great job, and they're always applying pressure around the map. They're doing, they're usually ahead in 2 lanes, giving Complexity the one. You got Greaves up on Abed now, so that Orchid on Monkeys will be ineffective. Oh, he might be in trouble though, as I say it.
Co-op. Oh, the Gus helps bail him out there. He gets the blink away there, and they're going to turn this one around. MP is just being not dealt with here. He gets disarmed by the Oracle. That's going to help out nicely as Ice says Rolling Thunder goes on through. There's going to be the Swashbuckle doing some big damage with the buyback from the Tusk. They're hoping to turn this one around, but the Sonic Wave! Bet absolutely shreds through them, and they're doing this all without the Rubik. They've taken a 3. It's about to be 4 with the Brood going down as well. Essentially a team wipe with the Tusk buying back. They're not going to kill him a second time, but in a 4v5 Fnatic fight, they absolutely destroy Complexity.
Yeah, and again, I think Cole's given Fnatic a lot of opportunities to win this game, but they've made the most of it. Their itemization is perfect. I think the Abed Greaves you just saw, any other itemization, if he goes Yules instead of Atos, he's dead. He lives with 100 health, gets Greaves off, blinks away, and all of a sudden it's like he's full HP again. This is just perfect play. They're going to find the Tusk. Looks like this will be a dieback for Z-Freak, almost guaranteed. In fact, it is, and that'll be a tier 3, probably a Rax. Maybe 2 racks. Like, Fnatic just won the game straight up.
Yeah, they're not maybe not going to GG the second. I think there's perhaps some consideration on the Complexity side, but there isn't a comeback window. When your PA is your 3rd most farmed core, if PA had, 11, 12k net worth, you'd be saying, okay, yeah, PA's good items, let's try and hold on and take a fight. But this PA is just dirt.
Yeah, there's really nothing to say. Fnatic, they all did their jobs. I think Jabs actually, most of his deaths, he's responsible for almost half of his teams. Like, they had a purpose. He's the one that's supposed to be dying. It was a tough start for MP, but he farmed, he's back in the game, and all of a sudden you can see his damage output. And level 18, you're spiking. They're going to kill Limp again, maybe.
He went in the dust. He's not going to chance to use a Lotus Orb until it's not too late. He barely survives there. False promise not up. Ice was chasing with the Rolling Thunder. He's not going to get it. He's rolling on through the throne. He's, I think, realizing, oh, wait a second, a bit too far. He does get orchided up, doesn't have it. Oh, he does have a way out. He's got BKB now picked up. He is incredibly farmed with all the spiderling money he's managed to pick up throughout this game, and the fact Fnatic have also just taken multiple lanes of Rexes.
It's a bit decent. Yeah, that helps. Look at this.
The double lift there. Rubik lifting himself up on the Lotus Orb. 3-4-3 gets taken out by the Sonic Wave from the side. Brew goes down with him, and this is Complexity's last hurrah. MP with the Hurricane Pike pushes himself away to bring down the Tusk. Limp, Epicenter, Burrow Strike on through, gets the Drow, but that's an Aegis, unfortunately for him. He's going to have to kill him a second time, and there isn't going to be a second time, as Complexity are going to have to go to the second game now, as they get taken down in game number 1. 30-13, 26 minutes, straightforward Fnatic affair.
Clinical. Early game was even. Complexity were content to let it stay even. Fnatic outplayed them around the map. They took that decisive fight middle. They get Roche. From there, they're in total control of the game. And you can even see from their faces, like, it's just business as usual. I don't even think they broke a sweat. And I don't blame them. 1-0.
They also know, this is the first game of potentially 4, 5, 6 games today.
Yeah.
You've got to win this best of 3, and then you've got to take on OG, who 2-0'd them earlier today.
And you can see they learned a bit from that series they played against OG, where they got beaten twice by first 2 Drow. They're like, not again. We'll be the guys running this Drow lineup. It's quite nice. You activate your superstar mid player, and even though he has a tough start, Abed eventually recovers, has an excellent day, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, Complexity there, looking a bit stumped. Everyone just face in their hands, unsure, kind of what went wrong there. They're going to have to kind of game plan for game number 2. I mean, from Complexity, is this what is going for these cheesier picks like the Broodmother going to be the only way they can beat Fnatic, or should they just be playing a more kind of Fnatic, Complexity style where you just pick your standard heroes and just try and beat them, with your own game?
I mean, that is their style. I just don't think that they played the draft the way it needs to be. I know Monkeys plays Brood. I think he understands the hero. Die 7 times before you spend 15 minutes farming your own. Not a blind pressure. 4 mid towers dying like 10 minutes before the I understand you can't play level 8 Tango, but it just, even the death. Dead as spiders, got outplayed by Ice, died. You just gotta play better and gotta have more of a strategy. You can't just sit on your heels and expect a team like Fnatic to give you
We're gonna see it. Complexity can show their strategies and play better, or if it's gonna be business as usual for Fnatic here as they look to find themselves in a rematch against OG. But they've got game 2 up first. We'll be right back to the town.
still fly high 아픔들은 이제 모두 다 bye-bye 하늘에 있는 저 별들처럼 높이 날아봐 네 꿈들을 펼쳐보는 거야 time for you to shine 이제부터 시작이야 gotta make it mine 네 손으로 이뤄가 밀어두려 하지마 이젠 힘껏 자신 있게 걸어가 destiny 숙명이지 멈출 수 없는 운명이지 지금 우리 눈앞에 펼쳐지지
Isang dalagang Pilipina May nakita kong isang babae Di ko malimutan ang kanya imahe Ano ba ang iyong pangalan noong nakita kita Ako'y di
Walang awat ha? Walang awat! Uy, bagsak! Takin na mo! Walang awat ha? Uy, bagsak! Takin na mo! Are you ready? Are you ready? Around the world! Let's get ready to rumble! Walang awat ha? Walang awat ha? Walang awat ha? Are you ready? Are you ready? Uy, bagsak! Takin na mo! Million fans around the world! Uy, bagsak! Takin na mo! Ay, takin na mo! Ginagawa mo! Ayaw! Ayaw na kayo! Sabi, sabay, sabay! Tumataan tayo, tumataan! Hindi tayo nagdala. Tumataan, please! Malalim! Ina mo! So weird! Bibidyoan na nga, parang trending na na eh. Abot dyan. Abot dyan. Dito nila abot dyan. Tunay na tumatalon dyan eh. Ay, pangalawa na, pangalawa.
Eh, talon! Una ulo! Bagsak! Tingnan mo! Baka!
Eh!
Itong taong gulang na nalunod sa Pasig River. Aksidente lang umanong nahulog ang ilog sa bata.
Uy, bagsak! Tingnan mo! Wow! 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 Naman!
ginagawa mo? Are you ready? Are you ready? Million fans around the world!
Galing oh, marunong niya one hand ka, one hand.
Uy, bagsak! Ang ina mo!
Wisit ka!
Gago! Tanga! Inutil! Tarantado! Malapit na ako! Tsaka sa tabi mo!
Dogi-dogi!
Iis ka lang na wala.
I dream만 난 꿈을 꾸죠 힘들 때면 난 눈을 감고 꿈이 이루어지는 그 순간을 계속 떠올리며 일어나죠
두려운 내 끝에서 난 오늘도 흔들리죠 떨어질까봐 날아오르지 못한 어린 새
You saved my...
Walwalan na! Susuka lang walang susuko. Amat sa'yo wag ilagay sa ulo. Sagadin natin hanggang dulo. Uuwi tayo ng warak.
Depende. Ang baga na. Hala, mga
Hi guys! Meron ako ngayon dito ang gunteng, tsaka Hi! Love you!
Ang manok na ito, hindi lang sa pagtilaok magaling. Dahil hanip din ito sa pagdunk. Inasinta muna ng manok ang bola bago tuluyang lumipad at nagdunk. Kuha ito sa alagang manok ni Mang Lino sa basketball court sa Bagong Bayan, Taguig City. Maraming bumilib kaya nag-viral ang video.
Dahil battle cock po siya, kinakailangan po siya ng maraming exercise. Ngayon, pag tinrain ko po, nadadagdagan po ng yung gusto ko po ipagawa sa kanya, napapagawa ko po.
Kaya rin daw nilang tapatan ang mga bomb-sniffing dogs. Kagaya ng manok na ito, unang pinakita sa kanya ang peking dinamita. Sunod na inilayo ang manok para maitago ito. At pagbalik sa kanilang bahay, diretso ang manok sa pinagtaguan ng peking dinamita at kinalkal ang buhangin para mahanap ito. Kwento ni Mang Lino, may mga humihingi na ng tulong sa kanya para i-train din ang kanilang mga manok. Set
Wala nila ako. Wala niya? Alam mo ka. Para ka mag-viral ka! Wag na.
Bakit? Tatay mo Sir Jack, no?
Pakagugulong ka.
Ano nilalaro mo, Sir Jack? Shoutout ka sa mga bumabati sa Sir Jack.
Namamakal ako.
처럼 자꾸 내가 할 수 있나 내 꿈이 이루어질까 내 딛는 걸음 한 걸음 걸음이 다시 두려워질 때마다
Dream like 내 꿈을 꾸죠 힘들 때면 난 눈을 감고 꿈이 이루어지는 그 순간을 계속 떠올리며
least at the moment focus on is making sure that that TA is going to have a decent game.
I mean,
what are you going to ban out?
Well, that's the thing. You look at the bans so far, that there hasn't been any sort of prioritization on the mid lane. There's so many heroes open for Abed to grab against this TA. It's not like he's shoved into a corner at all.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of options.
Ember, oh, it just got...
Ember was the one that, so that was indeed the one that the complexity take out. But there's still a lot for Abed here that he could go for. I mean, once again, I mean, some other sort of way of getting this lifesteal around the map. Maybe some sort of hero that could combo nicely with the vacuum setup, some additional team fight. Another sort of way to make space around the map so that the lifestealer can get his Midas Radiance online in good time.
Yeah, which is why I kind of like the concept of Storm Spirit, is just putting it mid against a TA.
Yeah, because it is a hard lane, but I guess it's also one of those heroes that can go into the jungle if the first few levels don't go great. Death Prophet,
there it is,
though, is the hero, and that again, it's the AoE follow up, it's the push potential, it's this other sort of invincible core hero when you add it together with an Oracle. It's scary. It is scary for complexity. They need that big fifth pick. They're going for the Ursa.
Okay.
Good sort of head-to-head against the Lifestealer down the line.
Yeah, so their head-to-heads aren't bad. They got TA versus Death Prophet and Ursa versus Lifestealer. Overall, this is, again, it does seem recovery because you had to deal with a Lifestealer after you first picked a Leshrac Sand King. But as well, at the same time, it still looks more competent than the previous draft, mainly because this fifth pick Broodmother isn't randomly emerging and most likely not going to accomplish much. I can see a game plan for complexity very, very clearly.
So you like it more than before.
Correct.
But you would still
well,
say Fnatic.
Let's just go as far as that, not willing to go any further.
Yeah, it's definitely better than last time because that Ursa pick, you could feel it. It was more confident. This wasn't a what do? We need a Broodmother. This was an idea that complexity have going, but honestly, Dark Sierra Spirit, I don't know what the stats are, but you can see how much, how well that works out, and especially when it's in the hands of Fnatic, it's going to be as strong as ever. They have this Lifestealer, which is pretty good against the Lesh and the Sand King. Sure, the TA and the Ursa, that is a good response to it, but from game one as well, this should be another win for Fnatic, but it will be a little closer.
All right, well, let's find out what's going to happen here in the second game of the series. Of course, losing here, losing in the group stages doesn't get you eliminated. It just sends you to the lower bracket best of ones, round one. That is terrifying, of course. And the winner of this series will go up against OG later today. We're going to find out if there will be a third game or if Fnatic can take the 2W. Let's find out. 0, that is. I don't know where the W came from. The W, the 2-0. Let's head over to our commentary team of Kyle and Guts.
Something I felt like I would actually push the whole crowd forwards. I could give people something that they would enjoy.
It's game 2 of the MDL Disneyland Major between Fnatic and Complexity. Complexity are on the cusp of finding themselves in those BO1 elimination matches, as Shiva mentioned. And it does feel like, based on how game 1 went, that is a likely place they're headed, Kyle. They did not look good in game 1, at least.
No, they did not. And this game is also looking difficult, to say the least. The concern I have is like this last pick Ursa, the TA. These heroes do the same thing. They both help you control Roche, tons of single target burst physical damage. You're playing against a natural Yul's Buyer in the DP, the cleanse, purge, kite potential of an Oracle, the Dark Seer with an Earth Spear. Like, it's just so hard to stick onto one target. I fear that they don't really start running over this